blast, ahoy, and g'day once again to ye mateys! I be Josh the Pirate. I be your ludicrously sweaty and moderately dank DM, Josh the Pirate, and it brings me more of a thrill than getting paid to do the things and people that I love to welcome you back to Corsair's Cove for the next campaign in my Humblewood world of elements and evil. With me, I have my hearty clue, the dystopian Daria, surname redacted, the chthonic Karen Schlink, the Plutonian Brendan Ellis, and the Tartarian Mr. John Besk. Terrace slithers in. Hey, Terrace, good to see you. Slithering is not the... It's because they're a ferret, and apparently they slither. Crispin, lovely to see you. Hey, Quad, how are you? So, guys, who the absolute heck are all of you chaps and chapesses? Let's go the other direction. Brendan, who the heck are you?
Oh, I wasn't expecting this. I'm unprepared. I'm Brendan. I'm an actor and director. I'm Brenza in chat where I'll be shitposting and having my favourite moments if I keep up my appearances from last session. Pew pew! That's what
Excellent.
Eric does to the baddies without asking any questions.
Yep.
Note to self,
Particularly when
please-
they're poor people.
Please give Brendan time to prepare next time. We will see what happens if he
Yeah, okay.
doesn't.
We'll begin
Are
with
you
Karen.
kidding me? That was one of my better introductions.
I would agree there, actually. Karen, who the heck are you? Hey, Bishop Blood.
I don't know, because I don't know what the word you used to describe me means.
Chthonic.
Chthonic.
They're all synonyms for chthonic is the root word for Cthulhu. Actually, it's Greek for underground or earth related. But it's where the evil things dwell in the deeps.
I am full of evil things. Mainly illicit knowledge gleaned from the bowels of the internet.
Depths.
Anyway, hi, I'm Karen. I'm from the bowels of hell, which it certainly feels like because of how hot my room is. I'm a performer, a writer, an internet addict. You can follow me at social media things, see chat, or you can listen to me in the D&D podcast, There Be Dragons, or find me lying in the pool at 1 a.m. because it's too fucking hot to sleep in this city.
I really do need to just inflate both of the big rings we've got, and so you can sleep in the pool. Just sleep in them. Get out
I wanted
when the
nothing
sun rises.
more than to take a nap in the pool, but there's just no, good
Way to
way
support
to
your
do
head.
that.
Yeah. Terrace has been known to take pool naps. Yes, I can imagine
It's
that.
funny you mentioned that because blowing up the two big rings is the name of my sex tape.
Nice. Nice.
Very much upsets the boyfriend. Is that because your boyfriend is a lifeguard?
It's probably not
It's
advised.
a really dangerous thing to do. John, who the heck are you?
I'm John. I've been a performer for many years.
Years.
Yes. I enjoy finding the edges of rules, so I started working in IT and also playing D&D because that's fun to find things that people are like, what? That shouldn't work like that, but it does. The end.
But it does. Excellent. And Quad has these blow-up things for their pool, but no pool now. And I know that because their pool cover is currently adorning my pool. And Daria, who the heck are you?
My name is Daria. I'm an artist. I do emotes and portraits for the channel, and I also play the illustrious Julio every Thursday, or every other day when internet does not fucking work on Thursday.
Don't jinx it. It was being weird earlier. I don't need
Yeah, it's already looking pretty sketchy.
we don't really either, Terrace, at the moment. The pool with the cover has gotten to 32 degrees, which is kind of just like, what's the fucking point?
That sounds amazing.
It's good, but it is. But
It is
if
a
you
bath.
want to cool off, it's not that great. You have to get in and then get out and let the breeze chill you.
Yeah, you basically have to wet yourself and then stand up and let the breeze lift the heat away.
Yeah.
It's not so much swimming as dunking.
Parboiling?
I am most definitively parboiled.
No, the solution is just to leave the lid off overnight. That cools it right down, but it takes 3 or 4 nights in a row to start Stop
It
that.
won't tonight. I'll be surprised if it gets under 30 degrees tonight.
So
you need a pool cooler. Instead of a pool heater, you need a pool cooler.
Fun story, when we were in Vietnam on holiday, 5 o'clock was happy hour, and it was called The Iceman Cometh, because the Iceman literally cometh, a Vietnamese man on a bike with like 3 massive like blocks of ice that would be flipped into the pool, which had a bar next to it, to cool the pool down.
Wow.
Nice.
It was pretty great. It was pretty great. So I need an Iceman to cometh and chill my pool down. I just want to clarify that Josh and I do live in a rental, and the pool is by far the most luxurious aspect of it.
Rental of the pool's pretty good.
Yeah, like I don't want to make make out like I live in some fancy place. I just have a pool. I don't have any air conditioning. Oh, the fantasies. Though ironically, the last rental I lived in that had air conditioning, the air conditioning was shit. So
It exists.
it
It
exists.
doesn't work very well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that the same house where bees lived in the light?
No, that was a different house.
Yeah, okay.
the bees lived in many places.
The house with the shit air conditioning had wasps, not bees.
Oh.
The house with the bees did not have air conditioning.
Oh yeah, in the back. Yeah.
We've lived
Okay.
in a succession of fun places.
Bizarre houses. Yeah. Cool. Alrighty. I just remembered that I'd left the pool filling up. It's now very full, but it's not overflowing.
That's the
So
important thing.
I must also remind our earthly, worldly, and possibly even terrestrial audience to please like, follow, and subscribe to all the things, you bloody champions. We have the exclamation mark socials. Yes. We have a YouTube where you can check out all the episodes you may have missed, and there's been a bunch this week because I uploaded Sunday's episode, and then I did it again because I forgot there was a 5-minute thing I needed to cut out of it. And then there was Monday night's Mutant Chronicles game, which you could check out as well, which was jolly good fun, and an awful lot of things happened, and I shot a guy in the face because he tortured me one time. And then on Tuesday night, Karen and I did probably Karen's favorite Baldur's Gate stream ever, and she insisted we upload that as well. So all of that shit's up there. So you can enjoy...
I met myself!
Karen met an NPC called Karen. That
She was
turned out...
even blonde!
and then she attacked us because she was a fucking doppelganger.
And Astarion bit her and killed her.
And Karen...
R.I.P. me.
And then, Beryl beat a clown to death. It was a good day.
Wow.
Ah, so you're in Act 3 now, huh?
Technically, Lae'zel beat the clown to death, not to
Oh, it
nitpick.
was Lae'zel, I apologise. Yeah, she's just gone to Act
Traumatizing
3.
a whole group of children.
Do we know that Ciri is not allergic to wasps?
We haven't tested it.
I wouldn't go out there and
Sounds
confidently
inhumane.
state it, given how allergic to bees she is. And we have a Discord. If you want to come and hang out with us there, check out all, meet the folks, ask questions of the cast, post pictures of your pets, your cousin's children. That has happened recently. I mean, if you wanted to, obviously with the consent of the parents involved. There's a very adorable baby in the Discord if you want to look at a picture of... Tara says it looks like a baby tax accountant. I think that's unfair, but also a bit funny. And it's probably why Terrace is really sleepy. So yeah, you can join us in our Discord there. I think we need a bit of a recap before we go any further. Daria, what the absolute heck happened on Sunday?
Great question. So, first of all, the gang has finally left the Alderheart to go and converse with experts in slimology, who live not far from here. Winnowing, yeah, is the place.
Winnowing Reach.
Winnowing Reach, yeah. So we went there to mainly talk to 2 people, 2 slime experts, and also to apparently find out a lot about Kesh's backstory. It turns out that Cash did a bit of a whoopsie when she was in Winnow and Reach last time, and tried to steal some shit unsuccessfully, which is the most shocking part of this whole story. Got caught by the magistrate, and basically that was the reason she was sent to Alderheart and became part of the brigade. And this entire thing started. So we went to the magistrate. The gang, mostly for shits and giggles, to see if he's still cool with Cash. It turns out he's still cool with Cash, mostly because there's fuck all he can do. She's just way too powerful and influential. But they're on good terms. And overall, it was a good little conversation. Then we went to see the slime expert and inventor, Gurt Holofan, who is a hedge. And they are a person who had a lot of information to give us. They were not at all thrilled by the progression of nasty slime juice. That is the scientific term for what was happening in the Alderheart. The trees, as we already knew, are super sick. And not like dabbing sick, more like, oh my god, it can die sick. And if the death note is allowed to manifest, shit will hit the fan in a very illustrious fashion. So we're kind of trying to not do that. And also, we might have a theory, we might have a hypothesis on who is behind the fan and the shit and everything in between. And turns out Gurt Holofan had two friends who lived in the roots in Alderheart, Sage and Leandri. And Sage is just a person who lives in roots now, just minds her own business. But Leandri, that fucker Leandri, he was into necromancy and slimology. He's like, what's better than slimes? I know, slimes that kill everything. So he is, I guess, experimenting with killing people and infusing slimes with whatever that is. So just being a little nasty necromancer boy.
You don't have any proof that it is Leandric, but there's some solid guesswork going on here.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. A hypothesis. Yeah. Then after that, we also went to magistrate's niece, Kenna, who is also a slime enthusiast, as we decided last time.
Yep.
And she had a few interesting things to say. And we figured out that these slimes that we have seen, they're not death slimes. This is probably not death elemental plane influence. It is just similar to, because it is man-made. And so we got that out of the way. And I think that's about it in terms of lore. So we have a lot that we want to do. After that, we just went for the night to the tavern because we wanted to talk to someone in the morning, I think.
Yeah, we're
and
going
then
back
we're gonna
to
leave.
what's his faces.
Yeah, Gurt Holofan.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, because he's gonna do some experiments and gonna tell us something important afterwards. And then we're probably gonna go back home.
Cool.
Yep. That's me.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Kaylee, 1999, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. And yes, that I think was very excellent and detailed. Daria, well done. Other than you had a couple of chats when you just before you went to sleep, but nothing plot relevant happened. It was just some really lovely RP. I think that's about everything we needed to mention.
Just some nonsense about poor people deserving a second chance.
Yeah,
stuff like that. And
it was really sweet and heartfelt, and yeah.
Cool. We are proudly supported by a couple of wonderful groups of individuals. Firstly, Wooten Forge Gaming Accessories. Wooten Forge creates some of WA and possibly even the world's finest handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories, like this gorgeous Dara Dice Keeper and other items that you can find on their website, woodenforge.com/Corsairs Co. Follow that link, and any purchases you make, we get a cheeky little kickback, you bloody champions. Because I don't shill, but I do have bills. And we also are affiliated with Troll Lord Games, and they've got some new Gary Gygax stuff out at the moment, which is hecking cool. So you can check that stuff out over at trolllord.com. They are a publishing house. They did the last of Gary Gygax's stuff before he passed away. Still don't have one of those Wooten Forge thingies. Well, Tony, I don't know what to tell you, mate. We'll have to see what we can do in the next prize giveaway. We'll see. I'm not in any way promising to rig it in Tony's favor. But what happens, happens. Oh, Bishop Blood, Redeemed Rain, Throne Reel, a male common kingfisher.
Ooh, I like.
Nice.
Hells yeah. Okay, noted. I've got a few now. Yes. I'll just make a note of that. We've got Cornelius Rosewater. We've got Pavoni Thousand Eyes. And now we have Rain Throne Reel.
What's the 1,000-eye one, species-wise?
A peafowl birdfolk, so probably a gallus.
Cool.
Who is a...
These all sound cool and fun.
Yeah, that was Terrace, I think. Whoop. Okay.
Everyone's been very restrained about making further genital-named NPCs, and
I appreciate it. After Shenesticle.
We gotta give you rest. We gotta give you a little bit of time to cool down, think that you're safe, and then
bam!
Pow! Right in the kisser. Yeah.
It's Booby the tit. Get it? Because a tit is a type of bird.
Yeah. So's a booby.
We got it.
So's a booby.
Yeah.
It's great.
So's a
Alrighty.
swallow.
Yeah.
And it's really weird that the rice is hedge.
Nice.
Yeah. Booby the tit.
Booby tit
the
fanny.
hedge.
The hedge.
Booby tit swallow. Yes. Anything else? No, I don't think so. All right. So, mateys, may your slime wrangling be fruitful and all your giant wooden mallets be used only for construction purposes, as we head tremulously at first and then with mounting heat and passion into the Humblewood. So, we return to Winnowing Reach and the Wrangler's Rest, a clean and presentable tavern/inn with within a muddy and scrounge-crafted town, which nonetheless brims with activity. The gang has just had a decent night's sleep and a hearty breakfast before heading out into the unseasonably steamy morning air. Is there anything you wish to do before you're heading to Gurt's?
Is there like a cute little local trinket shop?
Yes.
I feel like that's the sort of thing that would be in town.
Yep, absolutely there is. Yep.
I would like to quickly check it out.
Yeah, there. Yes, there's a little. There's a. Yeah, you head on inside. There is a birdfolk behind the counter. Quite a resplendent birdfolk, actually. Quite a small chap. Blue feathers down his back, yellow down the front, across his tummy. Yes, he greets you warmly. It's a tiny little space, but absolutely filled with shelves, just overflowing with stuff. And just like drawers and cupboards are half open, and just you have to rummage for anything in there.
I would like to pick.
Good morning. How are we?
Hello. Just gonna have a poke around, if that's all right.
Oh, of course, certainly. Make yourself at home. Is there anything I can help you with particularly?
Oh, no, I just wanted to look. If you could pick a cupboard or area at random, and I will go have a look.
Very well. I suppose check out that corner over there and roll me a d10. Just so happen to have a trinket table here.
1d10 coming up. I rolled a 3.
A 3. Um.
Uh-oh. He laughed. We're in trouble, guys.
You find a tuft of glorious purple feathers bound together by a worn bowstring.
Dope. Buy it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They are probably about a foot long, but the shape of like a traditional, like a feather you might find in the park, like a crow's feather or something like that. But they are purple and about a foot long. They'd make excellent, like a quill, yeah, but yes. There's about a half dozen of them bound together with an old bowstring.
Is it the Humblewood equivalent of just like attaching some locks of hair to your weapon?
Like a trophy?
Yeah.
These are clearly manufactured and obviously not a bird folk's feathers.
Okay, thank you for adding that.
Yeah, these came from something significantly bigger than a bird folk. And also that had purple feathers. They could have been magically altered though. Yeah, cash, it's a trinket. It'd be like, yeah, meaninglessly a small amount of money.
I happily purchase my
you do that.
plumage.
Yep. Cool.
And then, having stimulated the local economy, I will depart.
Excellent.
Stimulated the local economy with the amount of gold that isn't even recorded. It's so small.
It would be 2 silver pieces. You know,
Cool.
it's not like this guy probably sells a half dozen things a day max. Like it's yeah.
Cool. As we depart, I will turn to the others and be like,
"Oh no, you go."
Sorry. I'll just like turn to the others and be like, "Does anyone want one? He's great."
Oh, this could be very good in my hat, in my pirate hat.
It would be great in your hat. Here, have a couple.
Oh, thank you.
I will offer feathers to Eric and Bron as well if they would like to have a feather.
The party symbol is a purple feather.
I mean, that's cool. Julio will try to fashion one of the feathers inside is to pay like a 2000s colored streak in the hair, like
Yes.
frosted tips, but a purple.
I know, right, Bishop
feather.
Blood? Who is this guy? What's his life story? I'm like, yeah, I know, I wasn't using the NPC that had literally just been purchased. No, I didn't expect you to talk to the poor bastard or anything.
Bron can take a feather.
Very well.
Great. You have a
Eric?
purple feather.
Great.
Eric
thank you.
is about to say no thanks, I've got plenty, and then sees everyone else take one, and so takes one and like puts it on the opposite cheek at roughly the same position as his red feather.
Sure. It's a foot long, so it's huge.
Yeah, it's gigantic.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks very odd. Okay, don't worry, he'll come back in. Rain will come back in another point, Bishop Blood.
While Kesh is doing that, hey Bron, would you look at my stick? I have this. It hasn't been mentioned, but I've got this staff. So I show Bron this staff. So I use this as a spell focus for. I knocked it up very quickly in the plane of life, and it has. You see these little scarab shells. These are earth elementals. So I use them as a focus to summon earth elementals.
Whoa.
But I figure I could probably use the same spell slightly differently to channel other elementals if I get a bit of elemental stuff. But I was wondering if you would be able to help me to fashion some notches or ways of attaching those things to the staff.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can add some holes to it. Yeah, I mean, not holes, but like notches for you to add things. But
Put some holes in my stick.
Yeah. I mean, I can also. It's not a weapon, is it?
I mean, it could probably be used as a weapon, but I wouldn't need it as such.
Because I can do things like I can make weapons a little bit better.
Oh,
Yeah. If you need to, or like a shield. I've just found what I can do. Or hey, actually, one thing's kind of cool. That I've been wanting to do for myself. Anyway, but I can make a ring, store a spell.
oh,
Yeah. So like
I'm-
some stuff. If you want, I can help out. I can make them.
yeah, that would be great. Look, I'm sure that I could probably use this staff as a weapon if I really wanted to, but there probably
Probably as a,
Julio particularly could probably use a little bit of a hand in the magical weapon department. But look, if you want to make a ring that stores spells, then I mean not to impose, but I would be more than happy to put some of my own spells in it for you if you wanted.
Ooh. Yeah. So this is the thing. Like I can only do a couple of magical things at once, and I've got 2 of them on my stuff, but I've got 1 left over. So like just add a game. I can put a +1 bonus on armor class for someone's shield. I can give a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls for a weapon. I can do something where if somebody's wearing something, if they fail the con saving throw to maintain concentration on a spell, they can use their reaction to just succeed instead.
That is
And you can do
very
that 4
good.
times a day.
I would love that.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Cool. And I
If you wanted to
that's
bind
pretty
I was
that-
going to say a +1 to the shield, but fuck my shield. That's too bad.
Yeah.
Well, your shield is already a magic item, so I don't know if he can actually
Yes.
modify magic items.
had-
But,
Ooh, a magic one, but yeah,
but
normal one.
I would
definitely,
allow
yeah.
you to bind that into the staff, the concentration thing, into Eric's staff.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, you wanted
Look,
to have it.
I just came to you to ask for some holes in my stick, but
Yeah,
you know, I would
holes.
happily. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
great.
Anyone
That's,
can knock some couple holes in it. Yeah, I can do some real cool stuff.
Great.
Oh,
You go to
that's
an
good.
artificer and ask for something simple, you're gonna get
You
something.
just got upsold, sir.
Yeah,
Hey, Bazhat.
yeah, and I think the price was putting a spell in his ring, and so I'm fine with that.
Putting
I
a
can-
stick in his ring.
Yeah.
I can only do one more, so you get it. That's it. So I can't do the spell ring as well.
Oh, what a shame for you.
I've got other things. It's fine.
Great. Then
Everyone
there's
seems
not
so
a
broken
shame.
up about it. Oh, what a shame. Anyway, where's my thing?
So Julio doesn't get a magic item.
Sorry.
That's fine. Listen, I have my Slot Slayer, I have my dagger, I have my cool super duper cloak. I don't need anything else.
Yeah.
I have my toupee, which is already pretty magical.
Wait, did you say Slard Slayer?
Yeah, Slot Slayer. That's my rapier.
Wow.
When did that happen?
When she
he-
slayed a slard.
when
When I
he slayed
killed the
slug.
Slod.
I don't remember that happening in front of me. Was Brendan just not paying attention?
Well,
Apparently
I
not.
mean, it wasn't about Eric, so probably. What
Yeah.
was I?
It was
Okay.
about a poor person.
Oh yes, I remember when you got that Slard Slayer. That's cool.
It was
No,
mostly
you
about
don't.
Eric's
You're
mum.
lying. Yeah, we were actually on the quest to save your mom, and we fought a Slod, and I killed it, delivered a death blow, and my rapier got all spooky.
Oh, cool.
Remember that whole chapter of our adventures?
Because it was a crit, so I gave him something fun.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
Because I also needed a
because
very
you're the
magical
DM's
weapon.
favorite. I understand.
Well,
Damn it! Yeah, you enact a long-term plan to seduce and marry the DM, and you're still not the fucking favorite.
Before they're a DM. That's like it's
Yeah.
playing chess there. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
that's like 8D chess.
Yeah.
It's not a long game.
All right, so as Kesh comes back out, holding a bunch of oddly long feathers, and distributes them to everybody in the group, you see a flustered-looking Gurt waving to you and dashes over. While Bron and Eric have been having this chat. Hey, mates, I wonder if you'll come back with me quickly to the shop. Something I found out.
Oh, we were just about to head
Yes.
over.
Great. Yeah, cool. Come. Yeah. Yeah. Time's a factor.
Oh.
Okay. I'll do it at a brisk jog.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not running, but he is like power walking. He's like, see, I was experimenting to see if that slime you brought me might be able to overwhelm the elemental alignment of an existing slime. So I tried adding it to one, and the results were, well, you should come see.
Oh.
Oh, God. I like to think he's doing the
quickly.
sort of walk mums do where they need to run, but they've just told off all the kids for running, so
Yeah.
they have to not run.
Yeah. It's the walk of somebody who needs to pee but doesn't want to admit it. The Emporium is quite close by, and yeah, you get there in under a couple of minutes. It's a circular space, as you know. A narrow staircase runs along the north wall, and a closed door at the top, which presumably leads up to Gurt's private rooms. The counter, it would seem, is and it would seem a good amount of Kurt's working apparatus. It's on a circular desk in the center. Shelves circle the room, creating an inner ring and an outer ring with spaces about 15 feet between them. The whole space is about 60 feet across. Behind the counter, a large cauldron is bubbling away. If you need a map, this is what the space looks like.
Are we about to go into combat?
I'm just giving you a good idea
My
of what
spidey
it
senses
looks
are
like.
like tingling and shit.
And you're going to be looking very silly in about 5 minutes, aren't you?
It looks
behind
so
the
good.
Thank
It was
you.
so beautiful.
Thank you.
That's why I'm not the favorite, isn't it?
Daria gets inspiration.
Yes.
The whole space is about 60 feet across. Behind the counter, a large cauldron is bubbling away. The flames beneath crackle with an unhealthy green glow, and the cauldron is rocking violently from side to side. Well, that's interesting. I wasn't doing that when I left.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, good.
So,
What was it doing when you left?
well, the green flames had started. I'll admit. And yeah, it started like bits in it. There were bits, and then I didn't put any bits in it.
Right. I would like to do an arcana check, please.
How close do you get to the cauldron?
Not very close. I would say I'm standing a good 10 feet away from this cauldron. Kind
Very
of
well.
close enough that you can peer, but I couldn't reach
okay.
out and touch it.
Yeah, Cash, make an Arcana check.
It's bubbling quite aggressively.
It is indeed
That is a 19.
a 19.
Nice.
Lovely. I'm going to reset my D&D Beyond because I cannot see the results coming up. But it's probably a me thing. A 19, yeah. The slime bubbles within the cauldron, boiling as if it were burning alive. You hear sounds that it sounds a little bit, just a tiny bit like screams coming out of it every now and again. Its contents, sort of roiling, and occasionally you see something that looks like the end of a femur. Or another bit of bone, like a rib, just every now and again, just bubbles out and then rocks back down again. It's rocking from side to side with a 19. Clearly, there is a magical effect going on here. You were told yesterday that if Kenna had to put her finger on a word for this, it would be cursed. I will give you for free. Well, I will give you a sort of a minor casting of your primeval awareness for free with the 19. That this is elemental and undead.
Awesome.
What is in here identifies as both elemental and undead.
Cool.
Would I be able to, with my elemental aside, to see what kind of elemental energy it's
Necrotic.
showing up? It's just like death elementals shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
More like
is there
more like necrotic. It is not.
Uh-huh.
It's no. Actually, I'm going to say it is completely unreadable to your elemental eye. Like it's a void, like it's not there. Like there's nothing there.
Like it's a void. Oh.
There's nothing there. Void is the wrong word in this instance because it carries
Okay.
other connotations. It is not a void. It's just that you cannot. It's like
static.
it's invisible. Static. That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Cool. Gurt, is there a femur in there? What did you put inside?
I didn't put
Hey,
anything
guys,
in there.
What have you done?
I literally I put a small and I'm nowhere near that much mass. I put a small slime, like about the size of a watermelon, in there, and then I added a good cup full of the stuff you gave me.
Do you have emergency extinguisher protocols or something like a chain to pull around here?
No.
Huh?
No, no, sorry, I don't normally deal with something that's this dangerous. It was stupid of me, I know. But I didn't put bones in it.
Well, there's definitely bones in it now.
Hence my concern.
That'd be good for like medical procedures. Maybe not. She needed
I'm
to
going to try and put it out. I'm going to pluck a feather and cast Ice Knife at the bubbling cauldron.
Right.
On green fire.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
On the green flames beneath it?
Well, I mean, I'm going to launch the feather at the cauldron and then it explodes into ice around it. So
Yep.
in and around and the cauldron, including the flames, I imagine.
Noted.
What's the worst that could happen at this point?
Roll the attack and the damage.
It's a 13 to hit, which I hope would hit a cauldron.
Yep, it does. Yes.
Great. So there's 1d10, 2 piercing damage, which I would assume would be to the cauldron.
Yep.
Which would probably end up being nothing or close to nothing.
Yeah.
And then the target and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dex save or take 2d6 cold damage, which I will roll now.
Please do.
6.
6.
My rolls are shit tonight.
That is enough to extinguish the flames, because what happens is the cauldron takes 8 damage and ruptures. Its contents flooding out across the floor and oozing quickly into 3 distinct puddles, each one containing a mishmash of bones. This does extinguish the fire, however, so you did succeed in what you were attempting to do. The skull of a servant... The skull of a servant shoots straight up, colors of red and black bursting from it, landing atop one of the puddles of squirming slime, while the other 2 produce similar ossifications, each emblazoned with runic marks. Bones begin to form and protrude like spikes from the slime. The servant's skull gives Gurt an evil look. It turns maliciously to you, Eric, as its newly completed brethren roil behind it, clearly ready for a fight. Please roll initiative.
What you say?
That's
Right.
that's almost exactly what I saw in my scry.
Karen, you probably feel so vindicated
colours
right now.
I do. I feel completely vindicated.
Hey, look, it might not have happened if someone hadn't broken the cauldron it was in.
Fuck you!
I was just thinking of the Matrix actually, where he's like, I'm sorry, and she's like, but what's really gonna bake you noodle later is would you still have broken
Still done it if I hadn't said anything, yep. Julio gets a 27, which is a fairly good initiative roll. Braun gets a 16, Eric gets a filthy 20, and Kesh gets a 13.
Lucky 13, let's do this!
And the oozes get an 8 on the dice, so a total of 10. And Gurt is not a combatant, and is a bit like, alright, fire extinguisher, okay, got it, I can do that, and sort of scurries off to his living area, and you hear banging and crashing like he is crafting something rapidly. These slimes are in the center of this 60-foot wide circular room, but there is like bookcases around and things. So yeah, there are 3 of them. They're all within about 10 feet of each other, and they've all taken a small amount of damage because Eric started the fight with Ice Knife. What do you do, Julio?
So, just to recap, in the scry Eric had, there was a slime with a skull, but it was a different skull, not this kind of skull?
It was a Jabin skull, and it was
Jabin.
only
And this is
had
so-
a skull. It didn't have any other bones in it. These ones
Yeah.
have skulls, but also like just bones sticking out, like they're spiky.
That was just randomly generated inside of the slimes.
Yeah.
I just want to confirm the skull because I remember it being a servant skull, but I may have misrecalled that.
You may well be remembering correcally.
I'm pretty sure it was a servant skull.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
I'm pretty sure I remember that.
I'm retconning it. It was I misquoted when I said the thing. It should have been a Jabin skull.
So it's
the
2
thing
different
is-
skulls. That's the only
Yeah.
thing I'm trying to establish.
Yeah,
Okay,
this is-
sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. So
one
Julio
of these
will-
has a servant skull. One of them has the skull of a raptor in it, and the third has a Mapatch skull.
a map actually. Okay. So Julio will jump to the one that would be like between Julio wants to be between Gurt and the closest to him slime, so that
Very
he
well.
doesn't get into fight like accidentally.
Very well.
And start
be the Mapatch?
stabbage.
Yep, stab the
I'll just start
Mapatch.
the stabbage. Yeah. Susan's variable dagger, using the radiant damage.
Very well.
Ciao. Oh, there's a 22 to hit.
It does indeed.
Hell yeah. Okay, so that's gonna be sneak attack damage. Oh, okay, that's 24 damage.
24.
Alrighty.
Yep, that's pretty good.
Yeah. And I'll do an offhand attack with my second weapon.
The
Ka-chow.
Slide Slayer.
Yeah. Oh, I 11.
No, does not.
Yeah,
I'm afraid.
yeah,
This
yeah.
thing, it passes through it, and the slime just sort of forms a circle so that it moves through. It literally just opens itself around the thing so it can pass through it
Julio,
without
don't
injury.
get any ideas.
Too late. It's my turn.
Eric.
I just want confirmation. Julio attacked the big servant slime.
No, the Mapatch
Mapatch.
one.
Okay. Cool. That's fine. You said they are all an orange slime. Is that right?
No, the servant is red. Red and black, sort of. It's like marbled. The Mapatch one is a nasty, a very like luminous lime green. And the what was the other one? Was a raptor, and the raptor one is this muddy brown.
Interesting. That's the first bird folk scar that we've seen. Okay. Okay. Hey, Kesh, wanna fuck some shit up? I cast Fairy Fire on all 3 oozes.
Nice. Yeah, they make saves, yes?
Yes, Dex 17.
That's 2 fails and a success.
Which one succeeded?
Which, let us say the servant succeeded.
The red one?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. They are all on top of their existing colors. They're shimmering like this orangey red flame.
Cool.
Over
Yeah.
them.
Literally fire.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Fire.
Love it. Fire. Next would be Baron.
And sorry,
Oh, sorry.
I want to be about 40 feet away from the closest one.
Heading towards the door, say? would still allow you to
Sure.
see, but yeah. So we say Eric is about there. The furthest you can get is about 30 feet without leaving the room. They're in the center of a 60-foot wide circle.
Okay.
Yep, cool. Bron?
Okay. Are they perhaps within a 10-foot sphere of each other?
Yeah, they would be, actually. Currently. Not for very much longer, but yes.
Good. Good. Okay. Is that also near, like, precious things?
Look, it's within... It is a good question. If you were very careful, you might manage to not get any of Gurt's equipment other than the ruined cauldron. But yes, otherwise it would be, like... This is... You can see, they are in the middle circle, which is where Gurt's gear is. And it's about a 10-foot wide area.
I might just cast Shatter anyway. Oh well.
Fuck 'em up.
Right. Yep. Okay.
Sorry.
Love it.
We can apologize later.
Yeah.
Just as a quick reminder, because I realized I didn't say it, Fairy Boy gives advantage on attacks against the two that fail.
Yeah. So the Raptor and the Mapatch both have disadvantage. Both have advantage on attacks against them. Cool. Make me. So I have to make saves, don't I? Con, I believe.
Yes, con saves, please, of 17.
17?
Whoa.
That's pretty high DC.
I actually saved all three.
What?
One of them got a 17, one got a 22, and one got a 24. They have a very high con.
Gonna make them. Well, I might make them re-roll that. At least one. Can I do that? Yes. When you or another creature within 30 feet makes an ability check or saving throw. Oh, no. I could use my thing to add 5 to the roll, but I can't make him re-roll it.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to make them
So
better.
do you want to add 5?
What the hell? No. Alright, well, fine. I guess
they
I just
do half
shattered his
damage,
crap for
right?
nothing. Oh,
No,
yeah.
Yeah, it does still do half damage.
That's true. Okay, cool. Let's roll 3d8 then.
It's still gonna hurt. It's just not gonna hurt as much.
Let me make sure I've.
Oh, am I
ticked it
in the
off my
radius
list.
because I'm next to the map patch?
Oh.
Julio would be just outside the radius.
Oh, sweet.
Okay. I would not have cast it otherwise.
Nah, I'm full health. It'll be fine.
For long.
14.
Honestly,
14.
Bron, I've conditioned them to get used to being in the AoE of attack spells, so just go for it.
Yep. Not only being in
among us
AoE.
Hasn't
Listen,
been blown
AoE
up
is
by a
fine.
friend over enthusiastically dispatching powerful magic area effects.
Yeah,
Love
but
it.
even that is okay now. The worst part is when you're actively taken out of the fight by some dumb bullshit that it wants to do. That's the worst part.
Don't forget, there's an AoE in Tomb.
Doom. Yeah, if you put an extra O
If
in
you
it.
rearrange the
Yeah.
letters and then add one, yeah.
Look, I haven't turned the lights out yet, so it's fine.
Sure. Bron, where would you be standing?
Look, I'm not backing away. I'm probably going to be in between the party and the slimes,
Right. Okay. So next to
if that's
Julio,
possible. Yeah, sure.
getting within the ring of the benches, or staying on the outside of the ring of the benches.
Nah, let's.
No.
Is there 2 entrances to the benches? Can we
There is.
sandwich them?
Sandwiched
Yeah,
in.
let's-
Okay. Bron circles around and blocks the exit by the other. Yeah. Noted. Alrighty.
Lime sandwich.
Cool, slime sandwich, and there is a 10-foot radius circle in the middle that the edges of the benches all the way around just like, yeah, you got a couple of test tubes and not a lot of collateral damage yet, but yeah, it's not great. Kesh, you are currently standing on the other side of the bench, about 10 feet away from the nearest slime.
Cool. I would like to back up a little
Uh-huh.
and charge my fire bow.
Fire! Go and
But
stand next
first
to Eric. Go stand next to Eric.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
I will also like to Hunter's Mark one of the fairy fire slimes, which...
She's learning. Yep, cool. Which one? The one that's already been hurt or a different one? Well, they've all been hurt, but Julio's one or a different one?
The one that Julio's not attacking. I'll go for the other one.
There are two. The servant one or the raptor one?
The
raptor
fairy
one
fire
is...
one. The
one of
fairy
the-
fire one that Julio is not attacking.
Okay,
That one.
cool. The raptor. Got it. Excellent. Make, you Hunter's Mark it. Make me an attack or two with fire.
Fire! That is a 16.
Is the number you needed.
Yay! Damage. That is 9 plus a d6 for the Hunter's Mark. Which was a 2, so 11 points of damage.
Don't forget advantage.
You do have advantage on the attacks.
Oh shit. Well, let's see if I can crit.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
Nope.
12 plus 11 is like...
You would have been 23. You'd still a hit. Yeah,
23.
okay. Now roll
Still
the
not a
second
crit.
attack with advantage.
Roll, damn you. Sorry, my screen just froze. Oh dear.
That's how good it was.
Hang on.
Pretty sure that's just an auto crit.
Nat 30.
Nice.
No.
You're
Yeah,
ready.
I've just reshaped the pass without trace spell to just apply to attacks.
I'm sure
Oh
that's
shit! I did crit! Yes! Oh my god!
It is natural 30.
Yay!
It's a natural 20. So, as we know,
So 16 plus 7. Because that's the max damage.
yeah,
And then I'll roll the second lot of damage, which was 14.
no, it wasn't. You're rolling the crit, because you clicked on that attack. You need to.
It's
1d.
30. 16 plus the 14.
I know, but she just rolled the crit. She actually rolled the crit. Not
Oh, right.
doing
I see
it
what you
our
mean. I see what
way.
you mean. I see what you mean. I'm with you. I'll roll it again. Okay, 10. So,
10. And that adds your own attack modifiers yourself. So we need an extra d6. And it's a d8 and a d6. So 14 plus 10 plus this 6. 14 plus 10 is 24, plus another 6 is indeed 30, but we got there a different way. 30 points of damage.
Sorry,
Ah.
does the d6 get doubled as well?
It did. I counted it.
Okay.
We max out the dice, so a d8 and a d6
Okay.
is 14. Then we add the
Yep.
10. Then we add a 6. 30.
Cool.
Yep. Very nice, Kesh. So that is a total of a lot. 41 points of damage. Yeah.
does
Good.
it, like, explode and splatter the walls?
It doesn't die. You haven't killed it yet.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You just
The
got it in the
arrows-
eye socket.
The arrows lance into it. Yeah, I'm going to say one of them does hit in between the eye socket of this raptor's skull, which then slowly rotates around to look at Bron. And it's going to attack him.
Great.
What a dick.
Yeah, it's going to attack Bron with some pseudopod attacks. I'm pretty confident the 9 on the dice doesn't hit. That would be a 15, but a 25
I guess that hits, yeah.
should do. Oh, and Julio, can you please make me I apologize, a wisdom saving throw, because
okay.
you did something to these things. And that...
Okie doke. Oh, it's 19.
You
I'm so
passed, do not
wisdomous.
worry. You're good.
Much wisdom.
Much wisdom, very well. John, you are going to... Bron, rather. You are going to take 11 points of... Wait, nope, sorry. 15 points of damage, one of which is psychic.
Great.
The rest is bludgeoning. As this thing
that's-
sort of reaches out and backhands you. And then, can you please make me a wisdom save?
Uh-oh.
That is, I rolled an 18, so that's a 17 all up. So
Very nice.
-1.
You
Nice.
do not. You succeed. Julio, you're going to get blatted by the one you're fighting.
If it hit.
If it hits, let's find out. A nat 1 probably doesn't, but an 18.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
18 hits.
Yep. Cool.
Definitely.
And yeah, a wisdom save, please.
Can I? Okay. Oh, that's a 10. That's a 10.
Julio, you are cursed. You feel.
Oh.
No!
This sort of this orange. This one you're fighting is the green one, the lime green one. As this thing slaps across your face, it gives you a proper backhand and just leaves this like nasty, greasy mark across your face, and you can feel it's just. I think the way it works, mechanically you are cursed, but it feels just incredibly distracting having this lime green sludge in your fur of your face, a little bit in your toupee, and it's just yeah. You have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws until the end of the slime's next turn, and you are going to take 14 bludgeoning damage and 10 psychic damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna be halving that. I would prefer to halve that.
Yeah, sure. All right, so that is a total of 24, half to 12.
Yeah, I'll prefer 12 to 24.
Okay. Smart. The third one, the servant one, is actually not in threat with either of you and is going to ooze over the countertop towards Kesh.
No!
It just straight towards Kesh and Eric. It's not in threat with Eric, though, but it is in threat with Kesh. And because it saw how dangerous you are with your bow, and it was like, hard pass on that. This is the one that is not under the fairy fire, and it is going to attack you, Kesh, with 2 pseudopod attacks. A nat 20, that's appropriate, and a 9. So 25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Does it? Okay, good. So 16, 26 plus what I roll.
Ouch.
Which is another 9, 5, 20, 14, so 44 points of mixed bludgeoning and psychic.
Jesus Christ.
Do you want to really quick get some rogue levels and have that shit for your reaction?
Do you want to use your reaction to cast Spiny Shield?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Roll a d8 to remove some of that. Oh, and a wisdom save, please.
Ha! I rolled a 1. What a waste of a spell slot.
Well, it took 1 damage from that then, and you took 1 less damage. 43 all up. Saw the recognition in her eyes.
This is a lot of clicking down here.
Yeah.
Sorry, can I just
Very
get
much a splat
quick
treasure.
recap? What kind of damage did it do?
Bludgeoning and psychic.
That
Okay.
is a 19 for the wisdom save.
Nice.
So
You
hopefully
succeed.
I'm not cursed.
Yep. You succeed. And then we go to the top of the order. Can I get somebody in chat to roll a d4, please? Because
Don't do
these guys
that.
have something to do, something like a lair action.
No.
They've just magically set up a lair in this joint.
It's
I
where
hate
they
these
live.
guys.
It's not really a lair action, but it is kind of. It's because you're in a shop full of vials of ooze. Come on, Bishop Blood. A d4. Oh, we need exclamation mark roll space the number 4. John, do it. There we go. A 3 on the dice. Love it. Amazing. Okay, so the servant one reaches out and is, as part of this massive swing that just clocks Kesh clean in the face, it also sweeps its pseudopod through a whole mess of vials on the shelf next to Kesh, and just destroys about half a dozen. As they fall to the ground, each one of them lets off this just burst of gas and this sickly green clouds waft around Kesh, Eric, and the Servan ooze, and an area about 10 feet around you. Can you please make me a con save, both of you?
Sure.
Well, that's an 11, so I might burn that D4 I've been sitting on.
Ooh, and a 5 from Eric. Yeah.
As long as they're 30 feet.
15.
As long as Eric's within 30 feet, I can add 5 to Eric's roll.
It wouldn't help.
Okay.
It wouldn't help, but the layout shows that I have an inspiration.
You do?
Is that
You can?
I want to use that. 1.
Oh! Actually worse, that's rough. So Kesh passes, but Eric does not. Eric, you are affected by the Stinking Cloud spell.
Okay.
Each creature completely within the cloud must, at the start of its turn... Well, sorry, this is at the start of your turn, but effectively this is at the start of your turn. On a failed save, the creature spends its action that turn retching and reeling. Creatures that don't breathe are immune to poison automatically succeed the save. But Kesh, you manage to sort of squint through and go,
I'm from a rough background. I've smelt worse than this.
Yeah. But Eric, yeah, you are doubled over. This is just horrible. So, Julio, it is your turn.
Yeah, okay, so I have disadvantage, but I'm attacking someone who is under fairy fire.
Yeah.
Unless that is
So it's evened out.
done.
No, I don't think
Did
so.
you get any damage, Brendan?
Eric has not been hurt, so he hasn't lost concentration.
He's
Sweet.
just retching a little.
Yeah.
A little bit. Then I'll continue my stabbage.
Excellent.
That's
Sweet Pea, I would
Yeah.
say it's like the sound of a large steak hitting a tabletop.
Oh, good description, yeah.
I want a steak now.
Ironically, a T-bone, probably.
Actually, hold on. Oh, that's necrotic damage. They probably don't fucking
I wouldn't
care
do that.
about that.
Yeah, I don't think it bothers them overly much.
Yeah. I do have some psychic damage stuff. Okay, so I got ouchied in return when I attacked physically. I'm gonna try Dissonant Whispers. So the thing in front of me, how hurt does it look?
It's leaking ooze from a couple of your stab wound, and the sonic boom that Bron did kind of just made it ripple, and a whole bunch of its mass just sort of splashed out everywhere,
okay.
which wasn't very nice. But yeah, it looks not
Okay.
nice. Treasure has
I will
redeemed a
try to-
D4 bonus. For who, Treasure?
I will try to Dissonant Whispers the map patch slime in front of me. So
Love
I would need a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Love it. I fail.
Yeah. Yippee!
Hard
Okay,
fail,
get
that one.
fucked, slime. Get fucked.
Ooh,
Suck it down.
46.
19.
19! That's big money. Very nice.
Yeah.
Siri, no. Do not go outside and shout at the other dog. Good
So
girl.
it takes damage and immediately uses its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows from you. The creature doesn't move into obvious danger. That's it. So it has to run away from me if it's still alive. I hope the fuck not, but...
No, it takes 19 psychic damage, which puts
Yeah.
it to that. And it uses its reaction to move away from you.
Yeah. And does that mean I can attack it with a...
An
with a
opportunity
dagger as
attack?
it
I
leaves?
feel like no. Like, it feels mean to make the thing... I don't feel like you should be able to force it to... It's forced movement, so no, would be the trick. I
Okay,
will just
no problem.
check that, because that's just my logical interpretation of it.
From memory, I believe the general acceptance is if they move on their turn, then they wouldn't do it. But if you push them or if you make them
This would be
move
forced
as a reaction,
movement.
I think.
The target must make a wisdom. It
Yeah.
doesn't. Doesn't move. Yeah. If available, must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed away is allowed. Actually, you know what's funny? It's already used its reaction.
Well, that's it then. I do the damage, and I can give her a bardic inspiration, which I'm gonna give to retching Eric. Oh, you got it, buddy. Just let it all out, and it's gonna feel better soon.
So he can't do anything, but he is inspired.
And I thank you also to Treasure who gave
Gave
me
you the D4. Yeah. Alrighty. Pop that back up.
Can I clarify just quickly? Is it can't do anything, or is it can't use action?
The wording of the spell is can't do anything. Because I copy pasted the spell directly into
You're
the stat block.
incapacitated, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No,
you
I
said
apologize.
action before, but yeah,
Spends
that
its
makes sense.
action that turn, retching and reeling. You can bonus action and move.
Cool, thank you.
Cool. That's Julio. Then it is in fact the retching and reeling one.
Great. I spend my action retching and reeling. And I assume the cloud is still up.
Yep. It doesn't fade
Okay.
easily. A gust would get rid of it in about a
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah, if only I had an action to gust with. So I'm just going to. I'm not next to the slime, am I?
No, you're at 10 feet.
Cool. I just want to kind of move around the room as much as I can, keeping as much distance as I can.
Yep. Are you wanting to keep eyeline on all three of them?
On one of them at least.
Sure. If you moved
super
about
important.
sort of 20 feet to your left, you could be able to still see all three of them through a different gap in the bookshelves, without having
Yep.
any of them near you.
That sounds great to me.
Yeah, cool. Goes over
Yep.
there.
I think I know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Is it possible to hold my bonus action for another turn or no?
To use it before the start of your next turn? Is that the idea?
Yes. Yeah.
To do what?
To cast Guardian of Nature, which is a concentration spell. I basically am just trying to figure out if I can keep up the fairy fire for Kesh's next attack. But
Right.
if I can't, then that's fine.
I would rule no. Just waiting for your mates to get one. It's a very meta decision.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. If you wanted to do it right
Sure.
now, absolutely. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do that right now.
Cool.
So I'm going to cough and throw up a bit and move out of the cloud of stinky fart.
Yep.
And as I do, my feathers are going to turn brown and get hard and form bark around me. And I'm going to take on the Great Tree form,
Love it.
which, among other things, gives me 10 temporary hit points.
Hell yeah. And this great tree bird still has this giant purple feather sticking out of its cheek.
And actually, can I change where I move? I want to move to, like, the opposite of what I said. Can I be in a place where I'm within 15 feet of all of the users?
Yes. Basically go and stand next
Great.
to the counter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Love it. Easy.
There's roots and things that are coming out of me and wrapping around. So all enemies within 15 feet of me have are in difficult terrain.
Difficult terrain. Love it. Excellent. Alrighty. Next is Baron.
All right, how are the slimes looking?
The one you're fighting looks really badly hurt.
Okay.
The other two, Julio's one looks pretty beat up as well. Not quite as bad. The one Cash is fighting is still pretty healthy.
Okay. And it did a lot of damage to Kesh.
Yeah.
How far away is Kesh's one?
About 30 feet.
Ooh. That's a bit.
You
Okay,
could
well,
you could circle the one without disengaging. You could get 20 feet away from it.
No, I think what I'm going to do is use a bonus action to pop my armor on, because I haven't done that yet. And it
that would be smart.
grows and yes, and that will allow me.
Transformer noises.
That should allow me to use the what is it? No. Come on. To teleport 15 feet.
Oh,
'Cause
sure.
I've got the boots of magical blah blah, whatever it is.
Blah, blah.
That infusion. Yes. I just gotta find it. I have so many things.
The boots of magical blah blah.
Easy. Yeah.
Fear the boots.
That's exactly what they're called. Yeah, I can't see it. Yes, so I'm gonna. I have to check if that's a bonus action or not. I'm very sorry. I've been trying to find this. No, not magical tinkering. Spells.
And Kesh, you are on deck. Remember.
As in upper next?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's like, I'm standing on a deck since when?
I mean, you are.
Right, so
The floor is wooden.
in that case, I will. Let me. I really don't want to do this wrong. Okay, cool. As a bonus action. Oh, okay, so it's a second bonus action. I can't actually do that then.
Oh, you can. You just be out of actions. I'll allow bonus actions as an action, but
Okay,
that's
cool.
it.
Yeah, look, you know what? I reckon it's worth it. I will use my bonus action as an action and teleport 15 feet, and then use my movement to get within 15 feet of Kesh's slime.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to action surge and get another turn.
Love it.
Yeah.
So you're going to basically go into
Don't.
Kesh's rescue?
Yes.
Is that the intent? Okay, cool. Love it.
Cool. So
You are
then-
now in a stinking cloud.
Yeah.
Con save, please.
Cool. Oh yeah. Con save. What is it? 5 plus 7. I might give myself another plus 5 just in case. You know, because I can do that. So I will.
Flash of genius to not vomit.
To not vomit, yeah.
Yeah. You
Just
needed
like
a
a little bit of the
13.
armor goes. Whoop.
Yes. Yeah, you get a little mouth guard.
Yeah.
A breather grill in the shape of a leaf. Yeah, cool. You succeed, so you are not incapacitated, and then you beat the thing that Kesh is fighting up.
No, I'm going to cast Lightning Lure to grab it and pull it 15 feet towards me.
Oh, okay. So, in which case, you wouldn't have been in the thing. I thought you were going right over to Kesh.
No, I just want to be 15 feet close, like within
Cool,
a
cool,
15-foot thing of it, yeah.
You didn't need to teleport for that, you know.
Didn't I?
Yeah, no, sorry. No,
I think
you
it
would
was
have.
to
I
avoid an
apologize.
opportunity attack.
I apologize. Yeah, you would have. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So what I gotta do, you need to succeed on a strength saving throw of 17. And if you fail, you get pulled
Nope.
10 feet towards me. Great, cool. So you are 10 feet closer to me.
You are like in threat. You wanting them right next to you, or are you wanting them to not be next to you?
No, next to me is fine. If they end up within 5 feet of me, they take 2d8 lightning damage.
Well, then they do that.
Hooray!
2d8 lightning damage.
So that's
Zap it.
8 lightning damage.
Anyone
Yep.
want barbecued slime?
Yes.
Yeah, it bubbles.
Extra
and, like,
crispy.
it doesn't appear to have any effect at all, but it bubbles like it's boiling. Very briefly. Yeah, as you lash it closer to you. Kesh, you are no longer in melee with anything else. Is that everything, Bron?
Yes.
Excellent. All right. Kesh, what do you do?
I would like to exit the stinking cloud.
Smart.
And then I would like to Slayer's Prey on the one that Bron just lightning lured away from me.
Uh-huh.
And then I would like to shoot it.
Very well. Cash, I'm going to say you go and stand next to Eric again. But now
He does
in
look
front
very
of the
intimidating
counter.
now.
Yeah. He's good cover, actually.
15, which I don't think is going to hit.
Nope. And you don't have advantage on it anymore, unfortunately.
Oh, of course, the Fairy Fire.
That one wasn't verified anyway, but yes. That's the Servan one.
That is a 22.
I was going to say, you do have an inspiration. But yep, 22, it does a hit. Do you want to inspire yourself and re-roll that first one?
No, that's okay. I did 12.
Hey, Dak.
And then it'd be plus 2d6.
Hell yeah.
7.
Are you... Okay.
Oh, no, it's only plus 1. It's only
Unless
plus
you're
1d6.
attacking the one that you were already trying to attack before, the one that you'd hunted to mark, which would be smart. Just to reduce the numbers.
Oh. I'm going to be honest, I thought it was the same one.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking, because I was like, I feel like she thinks that this is the same thing. No,
Yeah, I'm trying to attack the same one.
You were shooting the one that was fighting Julio.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, I apologize. You were shooting the one that was fighting Bron, that is not fighting anybody now. So you move away and continue shooting that one, presumably?
Yes.
Yep, cool. So you do a 7 plus 12 on that one, which is 19, which means it's very badly hurt. Still fire, presumably.
Yeah, I don't think necrotic's gonna bother these guys overly much. Just a hunch.
It's, yeah, very badly hurt. It's leaking this browny mud everywhere. Anything else?
I don't think I can do anything else, so yeah. That's
Cracker's
it.
cool. You missed episode 3 because it wasn't on Thursday. It was
The
on
internet
Sunday.
crapped itself.
Yeah. Cool. Alrighty, then it is their turns. So all three of them are still up. The one that is the servant one is going to blat at Bron. Bron's armor is now up, so it makes him a significantly harder thing to blat at, but let's find out. 21 and a nat 1. So, yeah. 21 to hit.
The 21 will hit.
Excellent. For 10. And, yeah, can you make me a wisdom save, please?
I'm gonna use my no, I'm not.
I wouldn't bother. Alright, you're cursed, as its slime blats at your face grill that you've just erected, and some of it leaks in through the grill. You're like, no, don't get it in my mouth, don't get it in my mouth. And you take a total of 17 bludgeoning damage and 5 psychic damage. The one Bron was fighting, the raptor one, is now going to slime towards Eric, because he is the nearest unengaged person. And it's going to try and blat at Eric. A nat 20 and a 15.
Well then, I guess the nat 20 will hit.
Yep, cool, great.
I'm going to preemptively spiny shield this.
Cool. Roll me a d8.
At second level.
2d8. That's actually not particularly big numbers from the dice. However, there is a fair amount of... It's 26 plus 35, 7, 41 points of damage. I don't know if bludgeoning is important. I don't know if you're resistant to anything right now.
What's the other element?
It's psychic and bludgeoning.
Okay. No, that doesn't make any difference then.
Oh, I love it. You've killed it.
Cool. Oh, great. Yeah, so 11. I reduce 11.
You take 30 points of psychic and bludgeoning damage, and it dies on your spikes. It rushes over to you, and it's too enthusiastic and leaps on you. And as I imagine, this isn't so much you don't create a shield, you just make spikes come out of you. out of the barky skin, and it just
my barky feathers just point outwards.
yeah, and just rupture this thing, and it bursts on you, a shower of ooze and goo. However, yeah, did I make you make a wisdom save? I didn't. Please make a wisdom save before it expires.
Okay. Just bear with me. My app has decided to just be super slow.
No worries.
Oh, remember you still have bardic inspiration if you need it.
That is true. And I will make
Thank
the
you.
attacks against Julio. I'm rolling not. I've rolled a nat 1 on at least one dice for the last 4 attacks, and I'm pretty sure the 9 isn't going to hit either. So yeah, Julio ducks, dodges, ducks, and dives.
That's a very specific reference.
A very old reference nowadays as well.
Yeah.
Like, if Daria knows it, I'd be mildly surprised.
Oh, I know nothing. I was mostly just doing silly movements, and
Yeah,
that
no.
takes all of my attention.
Dodge,
Yeah,
dip,
yeah,
duck,
yeah.
dive, and dodge. It's from Dodgeball, a very old Ben Stiller movie. With Steve the Pirate in it. Yep, cool. No hits on Julio, and how did you do, Eric? We are still waiting.
It was a whiz save.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I really feel
That's
like...
a natural 19.
That's very nice. I feel like you should be more than a plus. That was always check. Yeah, save, it would be even more, because you're proficient. But yes. That'd be like a 23.
Well,
yeah.
Put an extra
is-
4 on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is 10 more than you needed. Cool, you are not cursed. And yeah, you killed one of them. Yay!
Cool.
And Julio, the
Yay.
one fighting you, didn't do anything.
Yippee.
I'm also going to make a concentration check with advantage because this form gives me advantage on con checks, and that's a natural 20.
22. Very nice. Yeah, you do manage, because it's half of the damage, which would have been 15, which wasn't the easiest one to pass, but either roll would have done it. Cool, great, excellent, and we go back to the top of the order. Julio! Oh, I apologize, there is one more thing. Can I get a D4 in chat, please?
Oh, no.
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 Alan Tudyk, baby. Yeah, exactly. A 1! Oh, this is my favorite one. Yes. This one, the Mapatch one, Julio is attacking, just tries to blat at Julio a whole bunch with its tendrils, and Julio ducks, dodges, dives, and dodges away, and instead it knocks over a whole bunch of other slimes, and they fall into its own ooze and rapidly begin mutating. Their substance boiling and writhing. Little bones start to grow from them. There is 3 puddles around you, Julio, of little oozes that appear to be in the process of mutating.
Cool beans.
Now it's your turn.
So now I get to go. Okay. Thunder wave on all of the tiny little dumbass oozes.
You can get 2 of the little oozes and the big one you're fighting in the same blast if you want.
Yeah, let's hope that the little ones are bad at con, because it's a con save.
Okay. The little ones are... the big one is the blue one. Wow. They're all bad at it, apparently. I got a 3, a 2, and a 9 on the dice.
Awesome.
So a 14 would be the best.
Yeah, no one fucking saves. Yeah,
Oh.
absolutely fucked.
That's
well,
right.
it's not that amount of damage, but like it's good. 13 to everything that
13's
is
not bad.
getting it.
13 is
Wait,
not bad.
it turns out that the baby slimes are thunder slimes. Oh.
Thunder slide. Yeah, they're also
You've
pushed
been
10 feet away
thunder-slimed.
from me. If there's a space to move.
Yeah, they get blasted 10 feet away from you. So the little slimes go there and there, onto the counter next to Eric, actually, one of them. And the Mapatch one shoots back across Gurt's work area to the far
Is
edge.
it still alive?
It is still alive. It's badly hurt.
Motherfucker. Okay, that's fine. Well, yeah, I assume a bunch of shit starts flying around. I'm saying, oh, sorry, Gurt.
Yeah. Guy's like,
Yeah, don't
please don't break my stuff. A lot of that might explode or turn into more slimes if it touches them.
Hey,
Also-
That out.
you broke the laws of nature. We get licensed to break your stuff.
That's not how that works.
Also, that's not even. the
Thank
first
you,
time
fellow
we had
artificer.
today. Didn't Bronus cast Thunderwave?
Oh, I didn't break anything though.
That was
Oh
Shatter.
wow. Okay, cool guy.
I would have thought that something called Shatter would do something.
Yeah, but he was very careful about it not going on the benches. Julio's just is
Yeah,
an
right.
omnidirectional boom.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, it's a 15-foot cube around me.
Yeah.
So.
Which is wider.
Yeah.
10 feet, a 15-foot cube is wider than the circle of desk. 10-foot circle is what Bron did, which is the exact width of the hole
Yeah.
in between the desks. Yeah. Don't
Well,
worry, you
I
haven't
did it. I
inadvertently
did it.
created more slimes. It was very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, until he rolls for it next turn. Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone else need a bardic inspiration for anything? Do you guys need it? Do you like want it? Nah, you're like chill. Okay.
Yeah,
Then
I'm
I'm gonna just sit back and then watch them do
Certainly
the
coming to a middle, Bishop Blood. All right. Next is Eric.
Okay. Can you please?
You
rate
have a
up the remaining slimes. Yeah.
yeah. You have a baby slime on the counter next to you. It's already been hurt a bit.
Yeah,
It doesn't look.
Don't care about the baby slimes.
Okay, then the biggest one, Bron is fighting one about 10 feet in front of you. And then the map patch one that Julio was fighting is about 15 feet away within the circle of desks. So you'd have to jump over a desk to get to it.
How damaged does that one look?
Very. Quite.
Okay. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray at 3rd level. My Guardian of Nature form gives me advantage on attacks with Wisdom or Dex. So this is going to be 4 rays.
Ooh!
We'll put 2 of them on each of the big ones.
Okay.
I don't think that they will necessarily do anything to the servant one, but we'll see. Cool. So this is 4 attack rolls with advantage.
Very well. Do 2 and 2, please. Do 2 and 2.
Yeah, sure.
Which one's first? The servant or the map patch?
Map hatch first.
Very well.
Okay.
It was a good time, Terrace. The early noughties.
So that's a 28.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh shit!
That does hit. Yeah, sorry,
Damn.
yes.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, good. We were worried for a second.
And
That's a
24
24.
also hits, yes.
Great.
That's
So-
2d10s.
D6s for this. So 9 and 8.
8. It's 17
So
points of fire damage,
17.
and this was on the map patch or the servant?
Map hatch.
17. Whoa. It is still up, but very, very badly hurt.
Okay. And now 2 on the servant one. 24.
Does. I think with your modifier, you really have to struggle
Thanks.
to miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
And 18.
Yeah.
And do
Oh.
I need to roll fire damage?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Well, 2 on the first
Okay.
and 6 on the second, so 8 in
8.
total.
Very nice. Cool. Anything else?
Nah. I'm all good.
Okay, cool. Next is Bron with cash on deck. Bron, there's one
what?
up in your grill that just got burnt. Didn't look like the fire did a lot of damage to it, but it definitely did, and it was mostly because the fire didn't do as much damage as it could have. But yeah.
Okay, cool. And
Did it seem like it resisted?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
And who else is left standing?
There is a baby one behind Julio that is pretty close to you. You could get that without moving. There is the servant one right in front of you. The map hatch one is about 25 feet away, basically where you were standing before you teleported. And then there's a couple of other baby ones scattered around the place as well.
And the one in front of me is the most healthy.
Yeah, the healthiest of the big ones.
Great. Okay, cool. I'm gonna punch it with me thunder fists.
Yay!
So I'm gonna roll twice. Is this is normal roll? Is advantage? Nothing.
No, you don't have. I don't think anything special is going on.
Grand. Okay. So that's a 16 for the first. Sorry, 15 for the first one.
15 does not hit.
Oh, well that's rude. Let's try that again. Hey, that's a 28.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The first time you punch it, it just, like, your fist gets stuck in a little bit. Please make me a wisdom save.
Oh, that's a 2.
Okay. You take 2 psychic damage.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. Cool. And then the damage...
Were
sorry.
you cursed?
Ooh, I may have been. Yes.
I think you were.
I believe I was, yeah.
So, disadvantage on the attacks, but that means still, like... yeah, just re-roll that.
Mm-hmm.
Re-roll that one, but... Yeah.
Oh, hey, 16!
16 is the number you need. So, yeah, you do still hit.
Okay, cool.
On that second one, yeah.
So that is 9 thunder damage.
Does, and please make me a wisdom save.
Great.
9 thunder damage to the servant one. You're cursed again.
Yay!
or you're still
Nice.
cursed.
Yeah.
The curse continues.
Yeah. Very well. Kesh.
Cool. The one that's 100 Mark Slayer's Prey, is that one dead or is that one still
No.
going?
No, sorry, no, I apologize. Yes, that one is dead. That's the one Eric killed when it
Cool.
jumped on him.
Cool. I would like to move my Slayer's Prey to a different slime, please. Whichever one is.
One is
both
very
can be-
badly hurt, one is not that badly hurt. The one fighting Bron is not that badly hurt.
Cool. I will move it to that one then, and then I would like to shoot it.
Very well. Are you moving? You can only move one as a bonus action. So Hunter's
Yes,
Mark
I
or
know.
Slayer's Prey.
I will move Hunter's Mark.
Very well. Cool. Shoot him!
Oh, hang on. No, Hunter's Mark is better than Slayer's Prey. They're
I think
almost the same, but
They're
not
basically
quite.
the same, yeah. In terms of damage, they're the same.
That's a 19.
Does hit, yes.
That's
presume you're
13
still doing-
points of damage.
Very nice. Plus the d6.
Oh, yes, of course.
And I presume you're still doing fire damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus another
18?
5, so 18 damage from the first shot.
Yeah.
And then we will smack
Come
it
on,
with
Cash.
another shot.
Come on, Cash.
That is a 27.
Does.
So I think that's gonna hit.
Yeah.
And that is 13 plus another 6. Which was a 6. So 19 points
19.
of damage.
Or they are both that one. Yeah. 2 fire arrows just lance into it side by side, Bron. And where before it looks like all the ooze leaking out of it actually looks like it's now catching fire in the way of a Christmas pudding. You know, when you've poured the brandy on it, you can see just very faint flames licking across the goops leaking out of this ooze. Yeah, very much so. And it's now their turns. They've both survived to attack again. And they do so. One of them's going to attack Bron.
Of course, I just punched it.
16 is the best I got.
Oh, unfortunate.
No. And then the map hatch one that Julio just made fuck off is going to go right back to Julio and try again.
Rude.
Well, it did not appreciate what you did to it.
Which is
There you
fair.
go. A
Kinda.
21 and a 24.
Yeah.
You're gonna half one of them?
Yeah. I will have the first one.
The first one? Okay. Oh, that was the right choice. Well, yeah. Look. 1 psychic damage. And
Okay. I'll take it.
total it's 20 points of damage all up.
20 overall. Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Half to
I
10.
can take it.
And
Yeah.
then the second attack
Wait, so I
was
only take 10 right now.
yeah, you take 10 from the first, and the second one deals not very good actually. 6 and 14.
Okay. That's
You are
fine.
also wisdom save, please.
2 of them?
No, just one.
Just one. Okay.
It's a reaction. That's what. Yeah,
I save, baby.
you do. You do. Cool. Excellent. And the little ones grow.
No, they don't actually. They don't
Tiny skulls appear on the tops of 2 of them, and spiky little bony growths start growing out of them. They are now, they are rapidly growing. They are probably now about half the size of the adult ones. They do not, however, move. In fact, well, they do, but they're like taking cover. The one next to Eric is going to gloop away from him quite slowly, and it is growing larger, but it's
Gloop
disengaging.
away.
It's also the one behind Julio is just going to hide next to the desk, like it's just sneaking around the edge, like, don't see me. And the third one, you can't actually, none of you can see, because Julio blamfed it away, and it's now hiding behind the desk. And we go back to the top of the order, where the servant one is going to make another swipe at Bron and miss, and get a bunch of shelves instead. Can I get a D4 in chat, please?
Watch out for the shelves.
You're fighting it.
I know, as I say, you can hit me. Just don't.
Well, you keep ducking.
Not the shelves.
A 3. Oh, good. Bron, make a
Oh,
con
good.
save.
A con save?
Yeah.
Look, this is something I can add. I can do 12. I can add 5 to it. It's a, I believe. Let me check
Yep.
what I can do to ability check or saving throw.
Oh,
Rand.
actually, Julio, con save as well, please.
Another one? Okay.
And Eric.
Fine.
Well, I ended up with 17 then.
17,
Oh,
that's
natural
fine.
20, baby.
Con
Woof.
passes, Bron passes, Julio passes. Yeah. This is another stinking cloud situation. It's the same shelf. It's just taking out all this row of green
Poor
vials. Eric
At
probably
least
has
it's not more
advantage on it.
slimes.
I do have advantage. What is the inspiration dice, Daria?
D6,
D8.
I think.
No, 6.
Oh, D8 now. Huh?
No.
Hold on, I'm gonna check.
It might be an 8. I don't know what level Pope you are.
It's a D6. It's a
yeah.
D6.
What level Pope you are.
Great.
Fifth level
I rolled a
Levels up
6.
Pope. Need for
Oh,
Speed
nice.
Most Wanted. Ooh, nice. Oh, Tarny. Driving around in Need for Speed Most Wanted Black Edition in 2005. Oh, dear. Okay. So, sorry, how did you do, Eric?
20. Dirty
Yeah.
20.
We all pass. None of you are taken out by the stinking cloud.
Hey.
And it is Julio's turn.
Oh shit, don't stink. Okay, time to finish. Who looks the worst? Who looks like
Both the
fucking
Mapatch
ridiculous?
and the Servan ones are very badly hurt. They're both leaking ooze everywhere, and yeah, one of them is a bit on fire.
Yeah, okay, sweet. In that case, I'm gonna attack the closest to me.
Mapatch.
Yeah, I'm gonna shank it real good. That does not hit. Oh, that does not hit.
Nope.
10.
Nope.
No. Have a second attack. 13.
What kind of damage does the Slard Slayer do?
The Slot Slayer is a magical piercing because it's
Oh,
a
okay.
magical
All right, it
weapon,
doesn't.
but
13
that's
doesn't
all.
hit, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Rip. I missed
Yeah.
both.
Yeah, evidently. Eric.
Yes. Hey, Bron, normally I would say don't freak out, but you seem pretty chill, so I probably don't need to worry about that.
So freak out?
Get out!
The red feather on my cheek, the red drains out of it towards the tip, and forms a small firebird. I want it to form nearest a clump of enemies, please, DM. Within
Yeah. The best you can get is
10
there's
feet.
Julio and one of the little ones. Sorry, there's Mapatch, the one with the Mapatch skull, and one of the baby ones, but Julio is there as well.
I'm fine with that. It's a dex save, so
Okay.
Julio will probably be fine.
Watch
And as
them
I said
pass at
before,
him and
I've
fail it.
conditioned Julio particularly.
Yeah, this is nothing new.
The
Yeah.
Mapatch one is going to fail it. The baby one passes.
Slippery baby slime.
Slippery baby.
Cool. I don't even know what the DC is, but I'll take your word for it.
Like, well, a 19 should pass, and an
yeah.
8 probably fails. And then the 20, like, even before I add their +2, and the 20 from Julio probably also passes.
Yeah.
I imagine it's your spell save DC, which is, I think, 17, so...
It's 17, so that's
Yeah.
fine. So the one who failed will take 2d6 fire damage,
Big money, no whammies.
which is 6.
Oh! It's still up.
Come on!
Damn.
It's 1 point off. You got... It's...
I got it. It's fine.
That's fine. That was my action, but it wasn't Hope's. Which was the one that it has 1 health away from dying? The big one?
Mapatch. The Mapatch.
Yeah. Okay.
And Bron, you have a D4. Thank you very much, Crispin.
Woo!
Hey, Julio, you want to lift a little ways away?
Sure.
You know how it
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
No.
It's just for like for fucking banners. Who fucking
Cool.
do it anyway?
You'll give him shit if you don't ask, though.
Yeah. So are both of those slimes within 5 feet of Hope?
Yep. Given where Hope is, if Hope lands on Julio's shoulder and then disappears again, they will both cop it.
Yep. Fantastic. They make a dex save again. And let's take Julio close to the other one. The other big
All right,
one.
Julio blamps in further into the stinking cloud. Yep, love it.
No, if it was the cloud, then it wouldn't be.
I mean, he was already in the cloud. But
I
in
was
that
really
case,
fine with the cloud.
in that case, I will actively take Julio out of the cloud.
right. Cool. That's smart. I would put him over next to one of the other baby ones, to be honest.
Yeah,
the map
my
hatch
visualization
explodes.
isn't great, so I'll go with you. Great.
It's really muddled. I was going to show you, but it's really muddled at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Julio is in the top half of the room. Everybody else is sort of clustered around in the bottom corner. Julio is about 15 feet away from Bron. And Bron, Eric, and Cash. Eric and Cash are standing next to each other, and Julio, Eric, and Bron make a triangle, each about 15 feet away. The servant one
for
is the
what
only one
it's-
that's big one still up.
Okay. For what it's worth, that other small one takes 1 extra fire damage
Yep.
from the teleportation.
Love it.
And also, something
Did
that
you do
I
1
forgot to-
damage?
Yes.
1 damage was what you needed. Amazing. The map hatch
yeah.
dies. Yep.
Yeah. Also, something that I forgot to mention when the first one killed itself on me. So we won't worry about this one, but when this one dies, the map hatch, there is a spectral purple flame
Ooh,
appears where that ooze died.
love it. Yep. Yeah. In the doorway
cool.
into the entranceway into the desks in the center of the room, there is now a little purple flame, sorry.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And that's the same kind of flame that I used to heal Kesh when the school got attacked.
Noted.
Slime power.
And then I will walk away.
Nice. Bron.
Out
Alright.
of the cloud specifically.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, everything's just about done. I'm just gonna cast Magic Missile, because it doesn't fucking miss. I'm gonna cast it at a 2nd level, so I got 4 Magic Missiles. There are baby slimes around.
There is still the servant one right up in your face. It's badly hurt, but it is still there.
I'm gonna give the servant 2, and I'm gonna target 2 baby slimes.
With 1 each. Excellent. Cool.
Yeah.
I will say you do the ones you can see. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
okay.
Very well. Do that. Roll me the 2d4s, and then roll me another, like, with separating it out.
So the first D4 is a 2.
2.
Second
and-
D4 is a 2.
Rough!
So that's 4 damage. Fun times.
He's still up.
And then the individual ones the baby takes a 3,
Yep.
and the other baby takes a 4.
Ooh. Yeah, where was that before? The servant is still up. With 1 hit point again.
Again.
Cash. Finish
Can
him.
I shoot this fucker?
I think you can, and you still hunter's marked. Not that that matters at this point.
Die. With a 14, that misses.
Yep.
Well, let's try that again. 24!
Yeah.
It hits.
You kill it. How do you do this?
I plant a fire arrow, like, in the center of its mass, and it, like, boils from the inside and then goes...
It does, and it just goes up. It was already on fire a bit, and now it is just properly immolating. This squealing, screaming, almost with... Human is the wrong word, but almost a voice screeching like the wail of the damned souls as it burns from the inside out. And it just flattens down into a little ooze pile in the middle of the room.
Sorry, just quickly, is that within 30 feet of me?
Yep.
Then
Josh.
a fire will sprout from that one too.
Love it. That actually, I'm going to say, for fun flavor, that the flame, the little purple flame, actually catches alight the stinking cloud because there's no one in it. And it just burns it away. And yeah, it's spectral flames in much the same way as the flame itself is spectral. It's a spectral explosion. All of you feel a slight gust upon you as this goes up, but none of you actually get hurt by it. Yeah, very cool.
Cool.
Anything
And
else?
Just
Yeah.
to clarify, if any of the enemies, for whatever reason, move into those fires, let me know.
Noted. The 3 baby slimes swell again. They are now well on their way to being the same size as their parent. All 3 now boast little skulls of their own. One is a Gerbine skull. The other 2 appear to be Gallus. I mean, their bird folk, it's hard to make out specifically. Actually, one of them is a Strake, and it's quite upsetting, because it's huge eye sockets. All 3 of them are going to move, now that their parents have been killed. One of them is going to attack Julio, who is right next to him. One is going to attack Eric, and one is going to attack Kesh.
Yay!
I apologize. One is going to attack Eric, and one's going to attack Bron. Those are the 3 that are nearest to them. One of them jumps up onto the counter, Eric, that you're standing next to, and tries to slap you. These only attack once per turn, but it's still
That's
potentially nasty. An 18 to hit Julio.
Yeah.
Does... 18 points of damage.
18 points.
Yes.
Did my reaction get back to me? Or
Yes,
still
should
no?
do. Should have,
Yes?
yep.
Okay,
Yep.
then I'll take 9.
Yep. And then Bron is going to be attacked as well. Ooh, 19.
Oh, that's my armor class.
Hey,
Dude.
this one is trying to avenge its parent. It gets you for 13 bludgeoning and 5 psychic. So 18 all up. These guys are rolling very well. And a 2 on Eric. So 7 does not hit, I imagine.
That's a miss.
Yep. Thank you. And these ones are too small to activate the lair action, so it is Julio's turn.
Okay, what's closest to me?
The
Get me out of-
uninjured baby slime.
Hey, baby, fuck you! I'm gonna kill the baby. If I hit.
I want to be very clear. This is an infant ooze, and it's not even an
my
infant. It's just very small.
Oh
9
my god!
does not.
Oh my god! Okay. Well, question: if it's so tiny and small and baby, is it like aggressive?
If anything, it's more dexterous than its parent.
Yeah, but is it like aggressive? Is it
I mean,
like
it
trying
attacked
to?
you.
Okay, just
It did
just checking.
bludgeon you.
We're
It's
not
bad
taking
form
any
to
of
kill
these
babies
slimes
who
as
haven't
pets.
attacked you.
Yeah. Okay. The
Slime.
second attack.
23
hits. That's
does,
good.
yes.
I'm gonna use my sneak.
Yeah.
It's gonna be sneaky. So 8 plus 9. That's 17 damage.
17 damage. Yeah.
And then I will inspire Cash.
Nice.
Thank you. I feel inspired.
Cool. I would say, because I'm nice DM, Karen, do you want to use your bonus action to move your Hunter's Mark from your last turn, because you didn't, to one of the creatures, one of the remaining slimes?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Which one? The only one
whichever
you could see would have been Bronze, actually, the one that's fighting Braun.
Well,
it's
then
on,
I will
it's
put
on
it,
that one.
I'll put it on that one.
Okay. Eric, it is your turn. And Andrew, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. We're trying to
Got him with
Andrew
the dead baby
WVT.
jokes, huh?
Yeah. Don't kick the baby. Kick the baby. That is another very old reference, Crispin.
Yeah. That's very old, yeah.
OG South
Jonathan
Park.
Dodgeball.
Yeah. That is my high school. Not even. It might even be my early, late primary school.
Cool. Okay. I am going to cast Produce Flame.
Hell yeah.
Against there's one.
Adjacent to you, yes.
Yeah, great. This is a ranged attack, but I have advantage on Wisdom attacks, so this is just going to be. In fact, I'm not afraid of it. I'm just going to step 5 feet away from it.
Okay. Yeah, it misses.
Yeah, great.
Fuck
Nice.
you, baby
And then,
slime. Whoosh.
Yeah. 3 people will get that joke. And one of them is me. Oh, John might. Anyway, this is going to be an attack with advantage against the one that was adjacent to me. That's a 23 to hit.
Woo. Yep.
And this is 2d8 fire damage plus an extra d8 because Hope is out and making things extra hot. So 13
Plus a d6.
plus 2. So 15.
Is it like the Randy Savage? It's like, do you smell? I'm not even
Oh,
sure
that's
it's
the
Randy
Rock.
Savage.
Do
The
you
Rock.
smell
what the Rock is
is
baking?
cooking?
Yeah, I presume that.
Do you
What the
smell
Rock
what
is
the Rock is baking?
Are they cookies?
With the
Yes.
gloves, yeah.
I assumed it was Randy Savage. It was like, do you smell what Randy Savage is baking? 15 points of fire damage. Ooh, yep, very good.
How's it looking?
Very badly hurt. Like boiling.
Okay.
Actively bubbling away.
Okay. Hope is going to attack that one then.
Yeah. Hope swoops down on it.
Yep.
Thank you, Crispin.
So that's. I'm just going to roll a Thorn Whip, but it's not Thorn Whip. It just has my attack modifier on it.
Sure.
So 15 to hit.
Yep. Does not.
Oh, interesting.
16 is the number you needed. However, I will warn you that if Hope moves, Hope was next to Julio because they teleported Julio, and Julio is in threat, which means Hope is also in threat.
That's fine. Hope doesn't need to move. It's a ranged attack.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Hope would attack that, but it does miss. Cool, alrighty. Yep. It's a shame, because I rolled a hit that would have actually hit Hope. Never mind. Anything else?
Time.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Bron, there is a wounded baby slime behind you.
Oh, sorry, I will just yell out to everyone. If you're hurt, grab one of the flames.
Oh, okay.
Oh, handy. I'm going to cast Booming Blade on it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to
Nice.
use my Warhammer.
Excellent. Do that. Roll numbers.
It'll be an attack. It's only a +5 attack, but it's a dirty 20.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
Yeah. I have a D4. Can I add that to an attack?
Yes? Oh, to the damage?
Yeah.
Nah, wait.
That's fair.
I mean, you can, but you can more profitably use it elsewhere. I think we have ruled in the past that you can, but it's I find it like, if you think you're a one-off an attack or something, that's what... I will let you if you want. You want to burn it for that?
Maybe. Let me do the damage first.
Yeah.
Because it's 1d10 plus 1 normal damage,
Yeah.
which is 8, but I also get
That's not
2d8 thunder damage
Ooh.
because of Booming Blade. 2d8?
Yeah.
No, let me check. Booming Blade
At
might
this
just be
level,
1.
no, it should be at least 2.
No,
Cantrip.
so I do 1 extra 1d8 thunder damage, but if it moves, it takes 2d8 thunder damage.
Right. So, 1d8.
So, thunder damage.
Oof, okay. So 11 total.
Yes.
The Warhammer's not magic, right?
Correct.
Cool. In this attack, actually, it would be, wouldn't it? Because it's a spell that you're doing on it.
Sheathed in booming energy.
Yeah! I'll give it to you.
Okay, cool.
Oh, excellent. Anything else?
Oh, maybe features and yes, I can bonus action. Yeah, bonus action, defensive field. I can restore a bunch of health. How much? That's a good question.
Cool. You
love
figure
that it
that
just
out
lists
and add
it.
it for
Yeah.
yourself, and we will go to Cash. Cash
So the one that's hunted marked.
is the one Bron just booming bladed.
Cool. And it is still alive.
It is still very much alive. It is hurt.
Cool. Slayer's prey on that little slimy biatch.
Very well.
And then it's gonna get shot in its slimy
it.
little face.
And its slimy little skull. This is the Strig one.
Oh, 16, yes.
Is the number you needed. Yep.
That is 12, and then plus
2d6. Whoa.
plus another 6, so that's
Yep.
18 for the first shot.
Jeez.
Whoa, hang on. Wait. You kill it.
Yay!
Yeah.
It also boils from the inside and explodes.
Yeah. And then you
who's-
shoot a different one. The one next to Eric
Turns
is...
it into a fire.
Yeah. And it turns into a little fire. Yes, it does. There's one
and
next to Eric on the counter about 10 feet away from you.
I crit, so that one.
Woof.
No, you just rolled a 20. You didn't roll natural 20.
No. Oh, dirty 20.
Yeah.
Boo. I got excited for a second there. It takes 10 damage plus nothing because it doesn't have any of the bonuses on it.
Yep. However, Kesh, how do you do this?
Yay! What does this one look like? Refresh my memory.
This one is... it's got a couple of ribs sticking out of it at nasty, spiky points, and it has a gallus skull leering out of it, sort of on its side, like it's still clearly looking through the empty eye sockets, but it's not the right way up.
Well, that's haunting. I would like the blast of the killing blow to flip it up the right way and then explode.
Shit. Okay. Yeah, it does that. That happens. The arrow lances into it, and with this like wet popping noise, it bursts. Cool. And it's the one remaining ooze's turn. Up in Julio's grill, it is going to make a single attack against you. A 10 isn't going to do it.
Yeah,
Julio,
just give it a wrestle, guy.
Julio,
Come on.
finish him.
I will try unless I miss again. Let's try to Susan Variable Dagger this motherfucker. Oh my god, 14?
You have a D4.
I do, but this sucks. I'm not gonna use it on this one. I'm gonna
slot.
slot this slot thing. 19,
does
okay.
it. There you go.
Fucking god, I've missed so much this
You have.
fucking combat. Okay, so that's
7 and the sneak.
11,
11,
7, I think that's 18.
Yep. Cool. Nice. It is still up. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Eric. This one, Hope can see, but you cannot. It is on the floor next to Julio, behind a desk, so you would have to, if you move about 15 feet around the circle, you'll be able to see it, but you can't currently.
Can I... Are these bookshelves? Can I stand on a shelf?
The desk is in between you. If you stood on the desk, you'd be able to see it.
Yeah, great. Oh, I mean, whatever. I will move.
There is a little
however
purple
I need
flame
to
right
get
in
the
front of
second
you on the top of the desk. If you wanted to move into the purple flame and stand on the desk, you'd be able to see the little slime.
Yeah, well, I want to do that anyway because I'm a little hurt.
Little
so
banged
I will
up.
do that
Very well.
and use my reaction to heal myself, and I will do that later.
Cool.
And then I will use Produce Flame again to attack with advantage against this little fella.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a 26.
Does. Roll me that damage.
Plus
Hey,
an
Tony.
extra D8.
D8 or D6?
6, 11. It's D8 for Produce
Oh.
Flame.
I apologize. As in, no. Hope's extra damage. I thought it was a D6. Cool.
So
That's 11.
Hope's attack is a D6,
Right.
but she passively
Yeah.
lets me do an extra D8.
Nice. Yep. That it took that damage, and yeah, Julio, it just erupts in fire. It is still alive, but it's squealing on the inside, and there is a definite from inside of it.
Cool.
Nice.
Hope's going to attack it.
Is this a fire seed thing? Because it is
It
within.
is a natural one, so
It's in threat, so it would have been disadvantage.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. All right. Bron. The last remaining thing is right next to Julio, which is about 15 feet away from you.
Am I gonna risk it? You know what? I'm just gonna smack it with the hammer. Why not?
Yeah. Do it.
Sure.
Smash
ooh,
it with a hammer.
Does hit.
Great. So this is just a flat 1d10 plus 1. Oh, a 2.
Oh.
Oof,
Yeah.
that's hard. But I do attack twice in the turn, so guess
Bron, it is noteworthy that this thing does not appear in any way incommoded by what you just did to it.
huh.
Does it jiggle?
Not even. It just sort of it hits, and the hammerhead passes through it and hits the ground, and it hits it. It goes into it, but the flames, the ooze doesn't seem to notice at all.
Well, I mean, I do have to attack twice if I've chosen the attack action. I can't stop halfway
Yeah.
through.
You could punch it with your thunder gauntlets, though, if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah, I'd do that.
I'd allow a 23 to hit with the thunder gauntlets.
Woohoo!
Yep.
Amazing.
Yep.
All right. Well, in that case, yeah, let's do that. And look, because it's low, I'm gonna add my D4 if I can, and
Oh, yeah.
hopefully wrap
Okay.
this up.
Bron, amusingly, roll that D4.
Please tell me
Two.
it's not up by 1. It's still up by 1.
No, these are thunder damage, yes?
Yes.
That does it. Tell me how you do it.
Oh, so like
Nice.
after all of this, I smack her with the hammer. It just kind of disappeared. Bron's a bit annoyed. So like as the gauntlets kind of crackle with this like lightning damage, and he just punches it from the top into the bottom of like the floor. Boom. That's it. Yeah. It just makes it. Oh, it's thunder. Sorry, not lightning. So it actually just goes bang.
Yeah.
Makes a
And
big old noise.
you do that, and the room is just so the outer circle of shelves of this Emporium are untouched, but the inner circle of circles are just splattered. It looks like there's an old episode of Mr. Bean. I mean, all episodes of Mr. Bean are old, but where he decorates a room using a bucket of paint and a dynamite stick. It's like that. But less effective. It's the Mythbusters tried it. It doesn't work, and it looks like the way it does when the Mythbusters tried it. It splatters everywhere. No one is coated head to toe, but there is a lot on everyone. And it's multicolored slime just dripping down. There is the last traces of that wisps of stinking gas giving you every now and again. It is, and then dashing in from the left. Comes Gurt with he's got mounted on his back is a keg, and from it comes this long hose, and at the end of the hose is a contraption a little bit like a crossbow, but with a hose mounted to the top, and he comes in and just starts spraying all of you with this light powdery foam. He says, sorry everyone, I'll just get that off for you. There you go. Oh, I'm really sorry. That's great job. And as the foam just drips off you, you are 100% clean. And I think we will go for a short little breaklet there. Thank you very much for hanging out with us, guys. I hope you enjoyed that in little combat. It was quite an interesting one. Good job for resolving it, guys. We'll be back in 5 to 10. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Ah.
Vast ahoy and g'day, mateys! We be back for some more Humblewood. Back in the Humblewood, the guys have just defeated a whole bunch of cursed slimes that Gurt Holofen inadvertently created. They're a bit sheepish about it, and they've just cleaned everybody up with a homemade fire extinguisher that appears to generate prestidigitation foam. Gert's looking around, holding his handcrafted contraption, which he built in about 30 seconds, comes out and says like, alright, sorry, wow, God, that made a bit of a mess. Everyone alright?
We will be. Hey everyone, grab a fire.
Ah! And he sprays one of the purple flames. In sort of reaction. Oh, okay. Alright, sorry. When he finds the fire doesn't go out, he's like, oh, that's kind of a spooky fire.
But it's a good spooky. I grabbed the fire.
You regain 2d8 plus what?
Yeah, everyone... Nope. Everyone who grabs one regens 2d10 plus 5.
2d10 plus 5.
Do you roll it or?
No, you roll it.
Okay.
Just because it's different for everyone, so...
There was one for everybody.
Great.
Fortunately, Eric can make 4 of them, and that's how many of you there are.
Yeah.
Well,
I make as many as there are enemies that die, but I can only make them activate 4 times.
Once a turn as well.
Yeah.
Cool. So 11 from Kesh, 11 from Bron. Is it plus something?
Yeah, plus 5.
Okay, so 16 for both of you. And Julio, I think I saw a 12.
I rolled as well. Yeah, 12 plus 5, 17.
Yeah, 17. Very nice. That's good because, reasons. Cool.
And then I stop looking like a tree.
Yeah. Gert's like, cool, right. Noted for next time. Don't do that. Okay.
Just remind us, what exactly did you do?
I made. How like the things in Alderheart that you fought, did those look?
Pretty similar, right?
Cash is muted.
Not.
That'd explain why no one's been reacting to me.
Yeah.
Aw.
The ones we fought at the school were black, weren't they?
Yes, I think so. Yeah. And
they were
didn't
like
have
the
bones in them?
scrying one.
and didn't have bones in them, but the one you scried upon did have bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I don't know what that means, but it seems like. And he goes over to one of the puddles and fishes out the skull of the servant, and it has runic marks on it. He says, "These look familiar." He's like holding it with the fingertips. In fact, no. He gets out a pair of tongs from his belt, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Right, I don't know how the bones got in it."
What language would one
Yeah, you didn't
require
put
to
any
read
bones in?
these?
I didn't. Honestly, there was only a single. It was an earth elementally aligned ooze, and did these exhibit any earth tendencies?
Not particularly.
No
I mean,
acidic
they
damage or
splattered us
anything?
a bunch, but
I felt it kind of assault my mind.
Psychic. Interesting. Yeah, alright, so, well, that answers the question I was trying to answer, which is, do they override the elemental alignment? Which the answer would appear to be yes. So, it's entirely
But
possible.
what element would coincide with mind powers?
Oh, well, no element. Actually, I don't like that idea.
What's
Void?
this? Oh,
no. Hoodoo will take a piece of parchment and carefully copy the runes from the skulls onto a piece of parchment so we can take it with us.
Yeah, in answer to Kesha's question, primordial.
Hey, I speak primordial! Boom,
Yep,
baby!
because
what does it
elemental,
say?
because elemental ranger. Yeah.
I
Good.
would like to read the skull.
The runes are not a newspaper font. It's not like a story or anything. It is single words. A couple of them are unintelligible. Like some of them are. They all look like primordial. They're all in the script of primordial, but some of them are not words in primordial that you're aware of. And primordial is a very not hieroglyphic, but similar. Like each symbol has a different meaning, and it's not like you add these three things together to make that word in that symbol. It's not like Chinese. It's very, very distinct, and runes. Each one is a symbol for a word. And so one of them is awakening. One of them is attack. One of them is pain. One of them is binding. One of them is a name.
Do I recognize the name?
The name is Meribeth.
Is it the
that-
same name on all of the skulls?
No. If you do go looking, one of the other skulls has the name Rolf.
Does the name do any of these names ring a bell?
No.
Can I ask, Gurt, while this is going on, how do slimes perceive the world? Like, if it was dark, would that do they see as such?
No, not really. They kind of feel in the ground, like they feel vibration.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
That being said, that one, the first one that came out, did look rather like it was looking at you, didn't it?
That's true. Well, I'll
It
have a
seemed
theory to test
angry.
next time.
It
These-
seemed like it was like angry at us.
Yeah.
Does boiling them normally have such effects?
Well, it was a dead ooze. Like, I didn't put a live one in.
Right.
Okay.
So could they possibly have been angry because they came to in a vat?
Oh, no, I want to be clear. I didn't set that fire.
Oh, right.
I was just using my largest container.
I have a little bit of a hypothesis. What if, when this void essence appears, it kind of draws the souls or the ghosts of people who are dead into the slime? Because it feels like these are just random people's skulls that were just like yoinked from the ether to be here. Perhaps that is one of the reasons why Leandri or whoever is abducting people. Yeah. Just a
Like
hypothesis.
if they're
a game
already
theory,
into-
but
How many people have gone missing?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 as of the moment we left.
Any one of them called Rolf or Meribeth?
No, but we had a child, orphan Luma, a Jorbeen, a teenager, a Vulpin widow, Curvin thief. It's all very inconclusive as
But
to
you
why.
saw,
these
you
specific
knew
people-
one of them still alive, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can't think of anyone around here who's gone missing by the name of Rolf or Mary Beth,
No.
perchance?
No. But it does occur to me, there's a graveyard in the roots, not too far away from where we used to work with
Yes.
Leandri.
I have a question. Eric, so you can scry on people. Can you scry on someone you've never met but know of?
Not easily. Let me just consult my memory and see exactly what I can do. Yes, the short answer is yes, I can scry on anyone theoretically, but it becomes harder the less I know them.
Why? Who do you want?
Well,
you've got part of their
I have,
mortal
like,
remains.
a piece of clothing or a belonging or something.
How about a skull?
Yeah.
I mean,
that would be-
yes, but if I'm holding their skull, then that would be them, right?
Yeah, they're dead. I was thinking Leandri. I was thinking we could scry on Leandri.
Oh.
Do you happen to have anything that belonged to him?
Does this destroy it? What you're going to do?
No, I shouldn't
No.
think so.
All right. Yeah. Because what I was going to say, yeah. All right. No. Yeah. Hold on. And he dashes upstairs, actually, and you hear a bit of banging and crashing. And about a couple of minutes later, he comes back down and says, "There you go. Yeah, I was going to give it to you anyway, actually, to give to Sage, because I think you need to go talk to her. She can. She needs to be aware of this, and this is the only thing I have of him, and it's a feather. It is
It's
a
not
little
purple, is it?
No, it is red tipped. It is white with red tip, like an orange umber tip. Then he hands it to Eric very carefully by the quill.
Yeah.
Says, please, when you're done with it, give it to Sage. She'll want it to have something of his. Because if what I suspect is true, there's nothing really left of him.
Well,
He wouldn't
if
do this.
there is anything left of him, then we'll do our best to bring that back to surface.
Yeah. Can you do me a favor? You've already done me a lot of favors, but I'm going to ask another. Talk to Sage, but please keep her safe. She's not a lady to be turned down. She'll want to go with you. But if it's as bad as I think it's probably going to be, she'll want to try and save him. And if you don't think that's possible, save her. If you can. She's sweet and so kind. And I miss her. I haven't seen her in years, and yeah, if you wouldn't mind, I'll even pay you here. You guys said you wouldn't mind a draft of Feathershine. Not that you need it. Gestures at Eric, who has quite shiny feathers because he's just been prestidigitated clean.
I was going to say.
And he
Not
says,
now
"Well,
that you've sprayed me, yeah."
well, I've still got some of. If I can have the remains of what you gave me, of your sample, I'll trade you it for this and the favor. I'm going to see if I can't work out a cure for the curse that these things do.
That'd be nice. Yeah, that'd be great.
Probably be
Just to be clear, that's the sample that Bron gave them, and
not yours.
Yeah,
Not the discharge.
yeah.
Yeah, certainly. We can hand that over.
And I'll put a like a hand on his shoulder and be like, if we can't save Leandric, we'll save Sage.
Thank you. That's all I could ask.
I will say, Gurt, just maybe to help shortcut your research, and then I'm going to tell him about what we did yesterday with the slime niece. The
Slime
niece. Yeah.
Judge niece, technically. To be like, so just that's another area you don't want to go down. That's a dead end there.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I should have really consulted with her before I did that. Yeah. No, she and I'll have a chat. We'll have a chat. She might have some thoughts, and yeah, I mean, she's, and if anything, Siri. If anything, she's the reckless one. But yeah, look, maybe we can try and keep each other under check.
Yeah, she's got some kind of containment field thingy. It seems to be.
Yeah,
working
I
pretty
need to
good.
I need to have a look at that. That would have been a really smart thing to. I just didn't think it would come to life. I had 2 dead samples.
Turns
Turns
to
out,
the best of us.
so I wouldn't be at all surprised if that's undead.
I was feeling that was sort of what we were dealing.
I mean, yeah, obviously the skulls are kind of a giveaway. I don't know where they came from though, but
Yeah, that's what bothers me. It would be one thing if this process could pull souls out of the ether, but the fact that we're left with physical remains is disturbing.
Yeah.
it could be.
Unless he's
slime
digging
it's-
up the skulls, and that's the
But then
link.
how did they get here?
Well, they got here through the sample. I'm thinking that all of the oozes that are created have some like residue of human souls or like humble folk essence. I feel like just giving it a soil, a good feeding source made that appear stronger and become more powerful, but we won't know unless we figure it out with Sage or Leandri.
It does occur to me that it's entirely possible the skulls were created from the ooze. As you described the ooze, the skull that you scryed on, the ooze that you scryed on went under a door, and the skull within it went kind of goopy to fit.
Yes.
Could it be that this isn't actually Meribeth's skull? This is a copy-paste. And Meribeth's skull is, I really hope, is still
the
buried
skull
somewhere.
is the ooze itself.
Yeah, it's just a form. Because Leandric was all about making oozes take the form of other things. If you see a couch there, don't be at all surprised if it's actually an ooze.
DM, the skull
I'm never
is
sitting
still
down again.
lying on the floor.
Yeah.
I would like to
Investigation
pick
check.
one up. Okay.
I will help Eric with this.
Sure.
Investigation is there.
16.
With advantage, right?
Yep.
Okay. So 16 or 18. I'll take
18.
the 18, please.
With Julio's elemental eye bearing down on this thing as well. Actually, Eric, you begin to check it out, and then as Julio's elemental eye flashes over them, they start to melt.
do I get the chance to touch it? Because
Yep.
what I really wanted to do was just give it a squeeze and see what consistency it felt like.
It does appear to have, and increasingly so, the longer it is left alone, or the longer it's dead. It goes spongy, and then it goes quite like a dog toy floppy, and then just properly starts to like ooze and melt.
Okay, so it melts rather than like flakes.
Yeah, just loses its consistency. Goes
Are
like
there any
treacle.
like
That
jars
confirms
around?
that.
Yep.
They're like intact jars that I could scoop a bit up with.
Significantly fewer than there were, but yes.
Just poke around for an unshattered jar, and I'll like use a bit of broken.
And he comes back with a half dozen. He says, "I might actually, grab some myself," and scrapes some into a jar and just getting samples.
Yeah,
Just be
Each one.
careful what you do with that, Gurt.
I've lost quite a lot of stock today. Oh, my stinky
Sorry
slime.
about that.
No, that's all right. My bad, my fault completely. Thank you
just
so
realized
much
there's
for.
probably a pool of Eric's vomit on the ground as well.
Prestidigitation. Cleaned it
Don't
all
worry,
up.
no, that's what this is for. I made some modifications, but it's really handy, hey.
Ah, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
You could
It's like
sell
wax
that
on,
to,
wax off, yeah.
You could sell that to every tavern keeper in
Oh,
the
I
forest.
do get occasionally asked for it by the owner of this lagoon. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
when
after a big
Oktoberfest
fight.
rolls around, just
Yeah. No, he comes in about once a fortnight and says, "Hi," pays me 5 gold pieces for the use of it, and it's a 10-minute job. You know, it's great, but it saves everybody an awful lot of
nice.
work. The problem is, it's an infusion, so I can't make
Oh,
infinite
is it?
number of them. Yeah, it's bound spell.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that's a good use of it. I like that. Ron takes notes.
I'm just like, I'd love one of those. I get dirty all the time.
I'm sure
Like, I'm a
you
ranger.
do.
I'm regularly tramping through the forest. Come on.
Oh.
Cool. Right. Well, thank you very much for that. That was a morning.
You mentioned like that we should come back in the morning so you could update us. Was there anything else that we needed to cover?
Yeah, it's been a minute. Hey, yeah. That was... I've done a whole bunch of tests on it, basically a whole bunch of experiments. I'll be honest, that's probably at least partially why I was so confident, because nothing else had done anything. I had locked down that the thing is definitely cursed. It's an actual curse. I have locked down that those things are probably, in terms of like attacking it, I mean, you've got a fair amount of experience with it now, but basically if it's not magically imbued in any way, don't bother. It's just not going to do anything. Like, I poked it with any number of sharp sticks, no damage. Whereas, yeah, it's probably quite resistant to life magic, as well as death. Completely immune to death stuff, but probably quite resistant to life as well.
Because it's void.
Yeah, well, no, not because of its void nature, just undeath. I tried various types of elemental. I've got all of it stored around here, and I tried throwing various basically I've got jars of elemental magic just around, distilled. That isn't ooze. I've extracted it from the oozes. Elemental life ooze, very, very difficult to come by, and I had just a tiny, tiny drop of it, but it was nasty little. But didn't do anything, really. It was nowhere near as vigorous as fire or lightning. The reactions were better there. If you want to take notes, the information he is imparting is that it would be immune to acid, poison, necrotic, and non-magical physical damage.
Yeah.
And resistant to magic physical damage and radiant.
But not necrotic.
Not necrotic, no.
Immune?
Immune to necrotic.
Didn't you say immune? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, that sucks, because my weaponry is magical, fucking normal damage and radiant or necrotic.
Well, here, if you're going to going into battle, and on my behalf, I can't. He gets out a small jar of. He says, "This it'll do you one time only. Coat one of your blades with this, and it's this little vial about that big, and it's got just crackling lightning in it. And it's a fluid."
Cool.
But it's crackling. He's like, this will make any weapon attack like lightning. Just coat the blade with that. It won't last
Amazing.
long. That sort of stuff evaporates real fast, maybe about a minute. So use
And
it
how,
when you
how
need it.
long do I need to coat it?
Oh, just pour it in the fuller at the top, and it'll just run all the way down the blade almost immediately. It's
Okay.
the way lightning is good for it because metal conductive, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't touch
Thank
it
you.
afterwards. You will get zapped.
Got it.
Yeah, make
Thank
sure you
you.
hold it by the hilt. Yeah.
So how do I write that in my inventory?
Just
Liquid lightning.
it is literally Josh just made it up. Yeah.
Sure. So it changes my damage output to lightning.
changes, makes the it wouldn't work on Susan's variable dagger because that's a lightsaber, but it would work on the Slard Slayer.
Okay, that's cool. Hmm.
Can I just quickly ask? So with the curse, is it possible then that maybe somebody cursed a slime, and all the rest of the slimes are like little baby offspring slimes from the original daddy curse slime? Is that
Possibly.
possible? Because you know how like slimes, you can split them, and you
Yep.
know,
Could be.
that
Could be. In fact, it probably at least partially why. But I know there is a lot of slimes in the roots of the Alderheart. They've got a big problem with fungus eaters. Because a lot of the farming that gets done in the roots is fungus. Here, Sage sells mushrooms on her cart. Like it's a snack cart more than anything else. Though you can make any loads of fun things with mushrooms. But yeah, the mushroom farmers have a real problem with the fungus feasters. Then there's ones that glow sometimes. Yeah, there's a whole mess of them down there. So he wouldn't have struggled to find slime to do it to. We never found struggled to find slimes to make stuff with. Yeah.
Yeah, just thinking about curing it or something. But yeah, okay. So maybe we'll go searching for the OG slime.
Talk to Sage. She might have better ideas as well. She's closer to the whole thing. I'm good at the abstract. She's more of the up in the meat of it sort of thing.
Slime meat.
Yeah, not that. Well,
Julio, sorry,
Yes?
if you're done talking about that.
Sorry. Yes.
Yeah. Just on because you mentioned weapons, I could, if you use a bow, I could make some of your arrows flaming.
Oh, is that something that you have to prepare for, or you can do that in battle?
I would have to prepare that, but and I would have to concentrate on making them flaming. But there's plenty of things that I could do otherwise to make that work. But you know, if it's the difference between you being able to be effective at all and not, then I can happily do that.
Oh, that's very good. I think for now the lightning oil and my own magic will be enough. But I think this is something we should have in our back pocket if say I'm all out of magic or can't reach them with the rapier.
Okay.
Is Gabby possibly someone who could?
Oh yeah, Gabby would just need something to work
time.
with, basically.
Yeah,
Gabby
the
the
issue
tender,
is we
Gabby.
don't have time right now.
Yeah,
She'd
you
need a break. That's what she'd need, I think.
you know Gabby, Gurt.
oh, know of her. Yeah, she's quite well known in the very limited artificer circles.
They're limited.
Yeah. No, she's good. She's very good.
Bron, who's met all of them in the last 12 hours.
Yeah. There's only about 20 of us in the whole wood. Most and about 5 or 6 are at the avium, which you would probably enjoy, Bron, if you ever get the chance.
Ooh, cool. Yeah, we've got a weekly newsletter, obviously.
Yeah. I'm the editor.
And
yeah.
I like this meeting of the minds on the artificer, but I do remember that we are on a very tight schedule with the method being active. Question, Eric, do you want to try scrying on this guy? And if yes, do you want me to help you with my bardic magic?
Look, I would appreciate any help, but I think it will, in this case, it's going to be less about how powerful I am and more about how much he wants to avoid detection. I mean, I need a few minutes. I don't know if we want to do it here or go back to the tavern or...
Oh, you're welcome to do it here. I will be putting things away, but...
We can help with that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Well, if you want to use the living room, Mr. Eric, you can.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And if Bron wouldn't mind giving me a hand, that would be great.
Yeah.
I have
And,
mending, so I can like go to town
Oh,
on
that
this
would
joint.
be great. Thank you. Yeah. No. Otherwise, I'll be at it all day. Yeah. Great. All right. So, Cash, Bron, and Gurt begin mending stuff because I presume Bron has mending as well. As does Gurt.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, really?
It's just by hand.
Yeah, all right. I love the ranger has mending, but the artificer doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
only got two.
Julio will stay with Eric for like moral support, but he will send his mage hand to help like put things on upper shelves if needed.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, I have my ring of animal friendship. Could I summon some bugs to help?
You can. He initially it's just 1 or 2, and he's like, what is this?
It's okay.
No.
They are under control.
Right. Okay.
That's cool.
Hello.
Slightly scary.
Yeah, Cash is the center
Wait
of
till you
this
camp
swirling
with me one
swarm. He's like,
Okay.
yeah, all right. I'm just gonna be over here. Hello. Right, because he's a hedge, he actually can communicate with small beasts and insects. And he goes like, hello, sorry, I overreacted there a little bit. Yeah, hi, thank you for the help. And then he goes back to doing what he was doing. And Eric and Julio go and scry on Leandric. And Josh once again goes to the book.
Yes. First of all, how do I add this tincture to my inventory, or is that an item that you want to add to my thing later?
I can do if you like. It is, it's a homebrew item that the Hit Point Press made up. It is a draft of feather shine. You take it, and you have advantage on charisma ability checks and saving throws for 24 hours.
Okay. And it is specifically for feathers and not, say, toupees?
No, it'll work on a toupee. Okay. It's just called the draft of feather shine. It doesn't have to be used by birdfolk.
Yeah, cool. I'll say, as much as I really wanted to use this, Julio, I feel like maybe this is the one for you.
Oh, I think this is something that we might be able to use if we need to talk Leandri down, if we can.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, there've been a surprising amount of scenarios where I have had to talk someone down, so I wouldn't necessarily say no to it altogether, but generally speaking, it's probably best left in your care. Anyway,
Listen,
I'm going to...
I don't mind either way. Do you want to hold on to it?
Yeah, okay, I'll hold on to it, and then we can play it by ear.
Yeah.
Okay, you scry on Leandric. Leandric is on the same plane of existence, so he is there. You see through the... Yes?
Yeah. Okay. So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw against my DC 17.
Uh-huh.
But there's different modifiers that
Ooh.
apply based on different things. So he gets a +5 because I have heard of him but haven't met him.
Uh-huh.
But he gets a -10 because I have a feather of his.
Right. And
So
it's a
a
wisdom
total
save?
of -5 on his save. Yeah,
Right.
against 17.
Oh, he got a 16.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, he has a +5, and I rolled a 16. So, yeah. Nice. Cool. Excellent. In which case, yeah,
Nice.
is the correct thing. You
So
see...
I will use the quill of his feather to write his name on the scrying on the crystal ball.
Cool. Love it. Yeah. And gazing into the crystal ball, the mist within it swirls into this deep purple and then clears, and you see a Luma man with a crest of red feathers on the top of his head. Just getting up the booklet. Yeah, black plumage around his eyes and beak, and then a little crest of red, wearing a light blue robe, bent over a desk, making notes in a journal. You can make me a perception check.
Sure.
So I maybe I missed it. Did you want my bardic inspirations for this, or I'm just there for moral support?
I think just
'Cause I still have it.
I wouldn't say no to your bardic inspiration.
given that he
Yeah,
just rolled
because
a
I don't know
10.
what exactly you're doing, but I'll just give you one for whatever you
Yeah.
want.
Great. And it was a D6, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Cool.
Cool.
That's a
Okay.
1.
That's all right.
I'm gonna add my D4 as well
Very well.
with a 4, so
There you go.
15 in total.
All right. Very nice. That is what you needed. Good use of the D4. Yeah, Eric, you can see that he is standing in a small room, clearly underground. The walls are partially stone, but like petrified root. It's clearly like it has the look of the roots of the Alderheart, but it's definitely stone. And some of it is mud, as in like dirt. Empty used teacups sit on every flat surface available. It is lined with lanterns. It looks like a study lit by slime. Each of these lanterns has this little blue slime in it. They're not on fire, they just glow blue. A small bed with rumpled covers is set against the far wall, and an old wooden desk sits to one side, littered with papers and drawings of slimes, labeled with mysterious arcane writing. The desk drawers are... some of them are open, and it's very disorganized. You can see a quill and ink and parchment in there, as well as 4 vials of unidentified slime. Unidentifiable slime. Leandric's research journal is on the desk, and you do manage to... I mean, that's what he's writing in. And you, just looking over his shoulder, as it were, you can make out a couple of sentences. What remains of the experiment are found in the 3 vials left in the desk drawer. The next few entries, next few words are barely legible. It looks... He is writing with the rapid, untidy manner of a fanatic or a maniac. Like there is a mania to him. And you make out, experiment, leftover, desk drawer, and then the words final transformation and Slime King.
Oh
Right.
no.
That's not good.
Can I? I'm mumbling the Slime King. Can I see his face?
Yes.
What's his demeanor like? Apart from manic, like, does he look exhausted? Does he look
Very
sane?
drained, very thin, like he hasn't been eating properly. There is, in the manner similar to Gurt. Actually, Gurt has like little bits of slime all over him. For somebody who owns a prestidigitation cannon, he was quite messy. Leandric is arguably more so. His clothes clearly haven't been washed in weeks, if not months. He is, he is moving with the focus of a person with obsession. There is little twitches and things that just don't he's a little bit twitchy, but doesn't seem to notice the twitches. Just somebody not right in the head is just his physical demeanor. You can insight for more.
Yeah. I would like to, thank you. I would like to also ask, can I see anything else about the room? Is it furnished or decorated in any way?
Not particularly decorated. There is a small portrait above the bed that has a picture of this man, much healthier, with his arm around a Gallus woman who is head and shoulders taller than he is, with very fluffy grey feathers. Fluffy to the point you actually can't really see her eyes. And it's not a particularly good portrait, like it wasn't done by a brilliant artist, but it is quite a nice picture. It was done with love, rather than skill, and it's good. It's a nice picture, even if it's not a very good picture. Do
I feel like this might be asking for too much? Do I feel like Gurt might have made this picture?
I don't think there's any way you could really determine that from it. With the 17, he is distressed, but you get the feeling like he is moving with this has been a long, hard road, but I'm nearly there. I think is what I'd give you.
I don't suppose in his notebook there was any reference or drawings of the runes that we've seen?
A couple, in the margins, but you're only seeing 2 pages. It's just what he is currently writing.
Yeah.
Scattered across the desk. In fact, there is nothing in the book itself, but scattered across the desk there is diagrams and other things, and you do see a couple of, and it's clearly something he's been trying. It's like experiments, tries out this, scratches it out, no, not that one, and then a slight variations, or loads of different slight variations on the same rune. There is also on his desk the skull of a Gerbine.
Yeah, was gonna ask.
Without any runes inscribed on it. I will clarify. Not inscribed, but painted. This one seems to have the runes painted on.
Do I see any jars of potential paint? Does it seem like it would be paint or blood? Or other
it is
kind of ichor?
It's you only got a 15 on the perception, I'm afraid, so it's hard to make out.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. It is a dark color though. And it glistens. Glossy.
Okay. Yeah. And that's all I see?
After a couple of minutes, he closes the book and puts it under one wing and sort of marches out of the room. And your gaze, I suppose, follows him because you're scrying on him. He heads out into a tunnel clearly a dug root tunnel, and starts. The walls are coated in several covered, not covered, but like several slimes are attached to the roofs, like the upper sides of the tunnel, and they all glow faintly blue. And he goes and he's going to each one of them, just stroking it and feeding it. He's got a little pouch on his waist that he is feeding them from. And that's what he does for the remaining 8 minutes of the spell.
Can I assume, because you haven't mentioned it, that he's just feeding them random scraps, nothing particularly nefarious?
Yeah, it looks like trail rations or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay, everyone. I found him. Leandric doesn't seem entirely sane. He seems manic, and he was writing something about trying to create a slime king, whatever that is.
Oh.
Create a bee.
So, can I get clarification on that?
It said final transfer. You saw the words final transformation and
final
slime,
transformation
and slime
Yeah.
king.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily
not
answer the
clear.
question. Yeah.
He said transformation. He could have been wanting to transform himself, but I didn't see anything of any indication that he was trying to do that, or he could be referring to the slimes in general. I mean, it's DM would, I suppose, a rat king wouldn't be a thing in this world, right?
Not really, no. But conceptually, yes. The
And
idea
no
is the
equivalent
same.
of like a bug.
Yeah,
king?
there would be something similar. Yeah, there would be an
Uh,
equivalent. Yeah.
So you might have heard of a caterpillar king, where a group of caterpillars like
Get
form a
tangled.
bundle and then tie themselves together and entangle, and it's quite horrible, really. A slime king
Muted,
could
Karen.
be something like that, but I would think that would just be a bunch of slimes just making a bigger slime. Does
Yeah.
that sound about right, Gurt?
That does sound right to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really
Okay.
it's
So then-
difficult. Yeah.
What do you think, Kesh?
Don't like it either way. So he's
Yeah.
trying to make a slime king, which is either the slime to rule all slimes, or some way of transforming himself into a slime hybrid, perhaps?
I
well,
mean,
he's-
we know where there is currently a lot of slime stored in one central location,
Yes.
and that's in the Alderheart. So maybe he's trying to transform the Alderheart.
into the slime king. Somehow that's more terrifying.
That's much
Right.
worse.
Yes.
A slime the size of the Alderheart. But aside from
Yes,
anything else, that would be
that's-
fiendishly intelligent.
Oh.
Oh gosh.
Don't say it like that.
Be very, very clever. And yeah.
I suspect it's probably not to that scale, but I just felt like it would be. It's important to
Consider the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Can I, in the nicest way possible, and his goes to Julio and very carefully hugs Julio. Says,
Oh.
"Thank you so much, and it's been really lovely meeting you, and I hope you come back. And if you find any interesting slimes, feel free to knock on my door. I will do you a very good price or trade or whatever." Goes to Bron and says, "It's been really lovely meeting you, mate. Come back anytime." Yeah. Hugs you firmly, because you've still got your armor on, so he doesn't have to worry about spiking you. Goes to Cash and says, "Colonel, it's a very pleasure, and I'll read the papers more carefully soon, so I can maybe hear more about you. And yeah, you'd be welcome anytime. And Mr. Eric, lovely meeting you, sir. Yeah, thank you for all of your help." And he with Eric, he's like, hug maybe, goes to hug. Eric's the only one he hasn't been like, I don't know, I'm a very poor person.
Eric will take his hand in a handshake, and then with the other hand, like pat him on the shoulder.
Yeah,
He gets a
alright,
bro hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he says, well then, with all that in mind, what are you still doing in my shop? Go, save Alderheart.
Ice us.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Fair
shall we
point,
use
fair
the little teleportation things?
Yes, I think our return to the Alderheart with all speed would be in the best
Mm-hmm.
interest of everyone who doesn't want to have to bow to the Slime King.
Certainly, although we don't know exactly how these work, so may I suggest we take a bit of a walk
I love
some
that
ways
plan.
out of the town?
Oh.
I love that
Yes.
plan.
Yes.
Somewhere a little more discreet.
I'm going to watch. I'm going to follow you and watch. I hope you don't mind. But, I want to see this.
Perhaps from a distance.
Yeah. I've learned my lesson of this morning. All right. Well, best of luck.
Thank
Out
you
you go.
so much for your hospitality and all of your help, Gurt. Let's go, everyone.
Hands in.
I will like usher everyone to the edge of the town or whatever, and when I feel like we're out of hearing distance of Gurt, I will say, could we have a quick chat? We don't know where we're going to get thrown back. I just want to
do.
have a quick chat about what
You go
our
to the
plan
chapel.
is. Oh, great. Yes, cool.
Granny
In that
told you.
case, that's fine. We'll just go there.
You go to the edge of Winnowing Reach. Gurt and a few other sort of bystanders stop and watch because Gurt is following these 4 adventurers out. Like, off you go, it's lovely. Yeah, and you're chatting and everything. And he and Bron are engaged in a back and forth all the way to the edge, I imagine. You forgot this one, Kesh. And he flicks you a cockroach. That was on his shoulder. It might not have been one of yours.
Hard to know.
Yeah. You reach for your... I forget what I described them as. I think they're little stones, aren't they? They're little rocks. And you pull them out, wrap your hands around them, and squeeze. And you feel a tugging in the center of your chest as you are sucked down metaphorically into the stone and then sort of extruded back out again in the chapel in the center of the trunk of Alderheart, in your little private sanctum. No ill effects. You feel a little woozy, a little like vertigo, but other than that, you're absolutely fine. The stinking cloud was worse. And you are now in the Alderheart, and I think we will leave it there.
If it's okay, there is something I would like to bring up with everyone first.
Okay,
Just because I think I might forget if we leave it till next session.
fair enough.
So obviously Gurt wanted us to speak to what was her name?
Sage.
To Sage. But he did say that she would likely want to come with us, and we would need to try to do our best to protect her. I'm just putting this out there. I'll go with the whims of the group, but how would we feel about going to see Leandric first? That way she would be well and truly out of danger, and then afterwards we can tell her the extent of what happened. It's not entirely honest, but it would be an easy way of keeping her out of harm's reach.
I am sort of quite against that idea because I cannot imagine him listening to us without Sage, and I would very much prefer to try and stop this before any bloodshed is made. I also do not think that it is our responsibility or decision to, keep these people out of the loop where, in fact, they are very much connected to this thing. She's a grown woman, and I think we're powerful enough to protect her if we go in together, and this will give us an opportunity to actually talk him down.
And I think Also, practically, I think she has knowledge that we need. I don't know if we can just waltz in. Maybe we'll do something very wrong. Yeah, I think we need to hear what she has to say. Sorry.
Would it be Sorry. I'm trying to think of a way to word this that doesn't sound terrible. Is there a way to get one of these transporty rocks, but basically if you ditch it at someone, they just get lamped away? Because if we
Force
have something
transport.
like that, then like it feels mean, but it means if it looks like that way we can talk to Sage, we can bring her along. Maybe she's able to talk him down, maybe she isn't. But if it looks like she's going to be harmed or in danger, we can just lamp her out of there.
That's a very good idea.
But it'd have to
But-
be something that is beyond her control, otherwise she can just resist it and we have the same problem all over again.
Yeah.
And I don't know if magically that is possible or ethical. So
I was going to say that I could keep Hope with her, and Hope could get her some distance away, but ultimately, as you say, she would need to want that.
yes, that is the trick.
I think
And if she didn't
Hope is
want
cool,
it,
by the
and
way.
Hope... Oh, yes. She would have gone back in to teleport. Yes. Long story, but I accidentally attuned to a fire elemental, and now she is attached to my soul, but it's kind of okay because she's neat.
Oh, that's cool. Anyway, sorry.
Eric, I think it's an interesting idea to go there without her, but I do think that it would be kind of a little underhanded of us,
Yes.
and also I think she deserves to know, even if it is painful. It is the truth.
I get that, and I do agree. I'm concerned about bringing someone into the
Yeah.
line of danger willingly.
It bears discussing. Is this a possible magical conundrum we could toss to someone like Gabby? Would this fall under her purview?
Yes, but only if we want to spend the extra amount of hours doing that,
Right.
which we may be able to afford. We don't know what kind of time crunch we're under, but when
Right.
it comes to a potential death node forming, best not to.
Yes, sooner
Yeah.
rather than later.
Eric, did your grandma said that we need to talk to her once we're here, or can we go to the roots first and figure out what's happening?
Yes. Are we feeling obliged to check in with anyone at this point?
I don't think we have
she
anything
asked you to-
substantial
I
enough yet
mean-
to.
She is aware of the time
all we
crunch
would
as
be
well as
able
you are.
All we would be able to tell her is, hey, people told us a guy might be involved.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's fine for us to just, yeah.
All right.
Cool. Excellent.
There's one other thing that I could do if it really came to it. I could control her mind and force her to leave.
That sounds less
Yeah.
moral.
Yes.
Yeah, let's leave that in the very, very
Yes.
deep back pocket of ours.
Yes, I agree.
At least talk to the lady first.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
find out
I think if
whether
we
or not
go
she
in
might be amenable
and we're
to
quite
being
honest-
told to go away.
Yeah, exactly. If we're honest and we say everything we mean, I think she will be able to make a valid choice of their own, and then we'll deal with that.
Certainly. I knew that it would probably be an unpopular opinion. I just wanted to state that
Well,
concern.
I
thank you
mean-
for checking.
We
Yes.
can also go in with an understanding that if we need to prioritize someone for protection or healing, it is Sage.
Yes.
Cool.
Kind of mercenary as that sounds.
Well, I, for one, trust each of you to be able to look after yourself. With my help. So, we'll be
Most of
fine.
the time.
Yes.
Awesome.
I mean, Julio just gets up after getting knocked down without any help, so... you
He
know.
gets knocked down.
And they get out there.
Anyway,
Okay, to the roots. Yippee.
to the roots.
To danger.
Wouldn't happen to maybe buy anything on the way? If there's any plate mail around, it'd be kind of nice.
What do you want?
Plate mail.
Plate mail.
You know that
Oh, it
thing
might
that
be expensive.
it is.
Do you have money?
Not
No.
much.
No. Listen, being heroes doesn't pay
You're
very
the
well.
Pope.
You learned that very quickly.
You know,
I was
talk to
hoping you guys
Granny
were
the next
famous
mission.
enough. Yeah.
Um,
Well,
Hey, Bron.
hmm.
If it means that you'll be taking hits rather than me,
Mhm.
I will. I don't know how much plate mail goes for. I give
A lot.
Bron 400 gold.
Oh boy! I mean,
Sure, I love that reaction. Also, saying all that as we're going to the roots.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you have time to go and buy specialized plate mail for Bron in between
That's
now
fair.
and wrapping this
Yeah.
up.
Surely
alrighty.
we keep some supply of weaponry and armor.
You could make a swing for the perch guard, and Kesh could maybe requisition it, but there would still have to be a fairly that is a very expensive item, as I recall, $2,000.
Ooh.
Oh, is it really?
I will
It's,
check.
it's,
But
it's
plate
fucking,
mail is
yeah,
very
expensive.
expensive. Yeah,
That's cool. Yeah.
it's the order of magnitude thing.
Maybe
Cool.
learn mage armor.
No, he's already got really good armor. He just wants slightly better armor. Alrighty, we'll go.
just
I've
toughen
been
up and
trying
take it like
to
a map
end
pitch.
the
I know, we know.
for a while now. So, that is, we're going to wrap it up there, guys. Thank you very much for playing. Yeah, we will do our favorite moments now. Thank you. So, let us have a D5 in chat, please. Common people eat raw onions, right? Yeah, exactly. Some bandana.
Banana,
work
what
these
could it
days.
cost? $10?
John, yeah, that was kind of what I was trying to channel. John, make sure you add 400 gold because I am deleting it from my inventory.
Oh, I
Gonna get a
have.
5. That is a 5, which means Eric, favorite Eric moments, straight off the bat. And I'm gonna go in straight off the bat and say that final question that he asked everybody. I thought it was a very interesting question, very Eric question, but also a very, Eric is deeply pragmatic, and yeah, I thought it was a smart, but I loved the entire conversation around it, but it was a really good question, yeah.
Yeah, it was clearly against what you as the DM were trying to lead us towards, and I was pretty certain the answer would be negative, but yeah, but like
It would have
it
made
felt like
a
something
difference.
Eric would ask.
It would have made a difference. It would have limited your options for resolution. Is the trick. But yeah, I'm like, look, if you want to note your own options, that's fine. Yeah. But it's what Eric would have done, and to a degree, I support that. Like, I've always hated the phrase "it's what my character would do" because it often is used to excuse bad role playing. But I was like, oh, it's a stupid decision. I'm like, yeah, but it's what I do. And I was like, no, find a way to make it make sense for your character to do the smart thing, please. But at the same time, I love it when you play what the character would do in an suboptimal way. It's really hard to thread the line, and you do it well.
For me, I really liked Eric in how he talked to Gurt. And he's not like buddy, obviously, because that's not what Eric does. But that last moment where Gurt wasn't sure about where they're standing, and Eric's like, okay, you're cool, don't worry about it. I like that.
We'll do the bro hug. Do the bro
Yeah.
hug.
I'm gonna say just not just because of this, but right at the end, man, just 400 gold. I feel like not because of the item, but because there's depth to Eric there. He kind of seems a little bit standoffish at first, but just for people of the party, he's like, yeah, have 400 gold. It was a small thing that revealed a lot about Eric. So I was like, wow, that's cool.
Just how
like
rich he is. 400 is nothing to him.
It's like, I'll just ask my granny for some more allowance. We cool.
The
But then he's
secret
willing to give it
is-
away.
Eric wouldn't tell you, but 400 is a lot to him.
Yeah.
There's a lot that he could do with 400.
Yeah.
Not that he would tell you that.
Cool.
It was nice to see Hope again. I hadn't realized until she
Yeah.
kind of appeared that it'd been a while
since Hope had kind of leapt into action. So it was nice to have her back.
Yeah,
Like
first
a-
time this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh yeah.
And it's worthy to note, and that was going to be my I had a little second one. Well, it would have been, your warning, Bron, before you brought her out
Yeah.
was cute. I was like, oh, don't freak out, but at the same time, you don't strike me as the kind of guy who'd freak out about this. You'll love this.
I'm like, no, he'll think it's the coolest thing ever. Don't panic.
and he did. It's fine. Favorite self?
Yeah, because that has traditionally been when there's been a new member of the party or someone around, that has been the warning, hey, please don't freak out. So yeah, that was a fun kind of twist to that. My favorite self moment is a shitpost moment. It was there's an AoE in Emporium.
Yep.
That was very funny. Excellent, cool. Alrighty, next person, D4 in chat, please. Not from here, so no elemental trauma.
Yeah.
A 3 on the dice. That's Bron. Excellent. Let's talk John. Favorite John moments, everybody.
I really liked how Braun always approaches questions very differently from the party. Like he asks different questions, like how does slime feel? What do they perceive? I enjoy the different perspective that our artificer brings to the table. Very good.
That was not at all self-serving.
I know why you asked it, but it still makes sense.
Thank you.
Bishop Blood says smashing with a hammer and then punching.
Totally stole my moment.
Well, you can still say it.
Yeah, one punch death to the slime.
Oh, yeah,
It's like,
was
this hammer is doing nothing.
Bang.
Yeah, and I do actually have a retcon on that because someone in chat did point out the radius on Shatter is 10 feet, which means it's a 20-foot circle, which would have destroyed everything. So, in fairness to Julio didn't do much that Bron hadn't already done. So, yeah.
The pair of them just fucking blowing up the place.
Going around and mending everything after the fact, yeah.
Yeah, Bron doesn't need mending. He's got spanners and stuff.
Yeah.
He's probably
I
got
have this
glue.
mental image of like them at a campsite and Bron's just fiddling with stuff and breaking it. And then when he discards it, Kesh just sneaks it and
that's my
mends
brother.
it.
Yeah.
He
He wanted to know how everything worked, so he would take it apart and forget how to put it back together
and
again.
then you had to do it.
Then it was just broken.
Yeah, well, yeah. I had a sibling
Sorry.
like that. My favorite Bron was, I think, the hugs at the end. And sort of, the rapport that you had generated with Gurt. It's really fun to have, to be in a scene enough that, like, as a DM, to be in the scene enough that I'm an equal player in it with the four of you, and Gurt was one of those that it was possible. And I also like the back and forth about the newsletter. That was fun. It's not canon, but it's fun. Yeah. Yes, all artificers. Yeah, exactly.
Real question is, how regularly does this newsletter go out? Because that affects the name.
It's definitely automated.
Yeah.
Oh, like as in daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly?
You can
I think it's a
subscribe, you can
quarterly. I don't
unsubscribe.
think any of them could be bothered that much. Like, they get too
Artificers
easily.
quarterly.
Yeah,
It
artificers.
would have been daily, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Could do it. They just don't generate enough content for it. Yeah.
Are they inventing facts? Is that what I'm hearing?
Only if they run out of other facts. I mean, I think half of it at least is, guess what I did? I applied electricity to a slime and it exploded.
No, I think you said fax. F-A-X.
As in
yeah.
the fax machine. Yeah.
Oh.
No, it would be done by B. It would be by B.
Yeah.
There's a lot of buzz about the publication.
The medium
Nice.
is honeycomb.
Yeah.
My favorite moment was that first combat in the first session was pretty brief, so it was good to be able to see a bit more of Bron's kit. But particularly, pre-retcon, particularly the putting the shadow in such a way as to carefully not affect any of the equipment was very funny and very appropriate to
I
bring.
mean, I feel like you can make it smaller.
Surely.
I mean,
just
you
do a
could
small
probably
one.
just do it high.
Yeah, if
and
it was
just-
higher, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, there you go.
it's a sphere. Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go.
Here we go.
Blow
The
out all the
high
light
inch
fixtures.
characters didn't
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's standing
yeah.
there, just moving the AoE bubble around, just seeing with all the just a theoretical. Oh, up there! There you go. Boom. Yeah. Just have to invert the y-axis. Yeah.
Eric is on Ron's shoulder saying, you know, if you moved it a bit, you probably could get Julio in there if you wanted.
Yes.
Yeah, if you'd done the full shatter, you totally would have blasted Kesh as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd have gotten the
Well,
entire group if it was at floor level. Yeah.
Oh wow! I very nearly cast web on all of us in the middle, which would have included Julio, but that would not have been helpful. I think favorite meme moment was I actually liked the lightning lure and pulling it away from Cash.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I don't think I've often got to use that, so it was kind of fun. I don't know, I felt a bit lackluster in the fight, so.
Oh, buddy.
No, you were doing some solid. I mean, the thing is, you've got you with Cash and Eric, both of whom are like. Cash does one thing super good. It's kill elemental things.
Well.
At range, ideally, and you kept it at range for her. Thank you.
That was the thing. I was going to have to Misty Step away from it to disengage without penalty and still shoot the fucker. So you saved me.
And that was
having
also
to
a
do
very
that.
just a neat like 1-2 skip, like hop, skip, jump, and punch, and then it was like, and then action surge and do more stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, fuck, that was a very good turn. It was a very cool turn. It was like, wow, you pulled a lot of stuff that round. Cool. Alrighty, as everybody said their favorite Braun, let us move on to somebody else. D3 in chat got rolled. Tony rolled a 3, which is Cash. Favorite Cash moments.
I have something. I enjoyed remembering the fucking queen of insects versus king of slimes, using those insects again. Very, very good. Not creepy at all.
No.
So nice. We'll sleep like a baby tonight for sure.
Yes.
Just
Making
hear
use of the bugs,
the scuttling over by Kesh's bed.
I think she's gotten used to it at this point. It's been 4 months. She could always take the ring off and get an uncurse, but at this point, it's very useful.
At this point, I am getting a free blanket upgrade
Yeah.
every night.
Yeah. Yeah. For
Don't
John,
have to carry it. Doesn't weigh like anything.
Kesh has a ring of animal friendship, but it's cursed. And so she can't now take it off without an anti-curse spell, and it makes all the animals near her come and lie on her when she goes to sleep. So she just wakes up in a carpet of bugs, because most of the animals in this world are insects.
Wow. Fun.
The first time it happened, she woke up and just like, "Ah!" But it was I think it was Eric woke her up.
Yeah.
And Eric
Yeah.
was like, Cash, you
Like,
might want
are
to
you okay?
just be very calm. Be very calm when you wake up. But, yeah.
Yeah, I
very
think we
fun.
Yeah,
had
and
to.
Catcherin's totally chill.
Yeah.
If I recall, we had to establish that they had to stay on the outside of the blanket.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the first time they were getting in the bed with me, we had to establish some boundaries.
Boundaries, and then after that, yeah, it was fine. I'm trying to remember. I had one, and now it's gone.
That's right. I've got one. Back to that conversation at the end about whether or not to get Sage involved. Julio's response was completely unsurprising. Bron's response was very logical, but Kesh, it felt like did a really good job of really balancing and considering both the pros and cons, and kind of it felt almost like negotiating for the group of like, hey, what Eric just said is kind of terrible, but here's actually the positives of what that could mean. So again, it just kind of exemplifies her natural leadership skills of really considering every angle and balancing the feelings of the whole party.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did try.
Yeah.
I was going to say what Bishop Blood has said in chat. It's Kesh buying the trinket just cuz. Was very cute. I really liked that you rolled. So, I have a trinket table for a different reason, but and you rolled the purple feathers. Most of them I got from somewhere else, but I changed a couple of them because I didn't like them for this setting. And yeah, one of them was the purple feathers. It was something different. And I was like, yeah, just a bunch of little purple feathers, yeah. Oh, I can only buy one. Oh, yeah, looks like. Weird. I think I may have put a cap on it, yeah. I think you can buy something else, Crispin, if you wanted to.
I mean, but, I mean, do we really want to stop Crispin from giving me something, though?
I do, kind of, yeah. I'm trying to remember, because John used his.
You just were.
So I need to, I'm trying to remember, John wasn't bought another one, was he? I just hadn't taken yours off. Okay, cool. Then don't worry about it, Crispin. Oh, there you go. I think Crispin just bought you a D20. Eric, I imagine. But that's funny because now there is... Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I had to spend twice as much, and Bron doesn't have one. Thank you for drawing it to my attention, Crispin. Just making sure everybody has what they're supposed to have. Alrighty, cool. Now we need a D2 in chat.
Appreciate it, Crispin.
Wait, my favorite cash moment.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so my favorite cash moment was kind of similar. I did like the trinket, but also the offering to mend. Like it's kind of the other half of what Eric said. Like, yes, a leadership, but also a leader who's perfectly happy to just like get down and do the work. Like it's not putting on airs or being hoity-toity. I just like the way you've characterized Kesh. It's really refreshing. Rikeshing.
Yeah, alright. Favorite Karen, favorite self.
I thought my bee pun was pretty top notch. What else?
Trick is in a combat that was in a session that was mostly combat. Yeah, it's sort of sometimes a struggle for 5.
I did enjoy actually me just totally shrugging off the cloud of stench. Eric's like puking, and I'm like,
yeah.
I mean,
what?
you're a
This is just
trash queen.
Tuesday,
Come
come
on.
on.
Yeah, the fucking raccoon.
raccoon power, engage.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult to pinch my nose.
Yeah, that's true. Alrighty, a D2 in chat between me and Daria. We all know the rule. If the DM goes last, he doesn't have to get complimented.
That's
No,
not.
that's not how it works.
Bullshit. Nah.
I'm just tempting fate. Yep, Daria first. Favorite Daria moments. And then Tony got me. Thank you.
Oh, just
Do it.
I'm trying to remember. Did Julio do an explosion as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thunder wave was very good.
That was it. Yeah, I was just like, hang on, no, it wasn't a shatter. That was no, the thunder wave. Just like, screw this. Put it.
Away
I
from
like to
me.
imagine just all the glass, just like
raining
very,
down. Yeah.
yeah.
The feather in the hair, Bishop Blood says. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I reckon.
Liked Julio offering to help Eric with to make the scry work.
Yeah.
It was completely unprompted, and it led to a little awkward chat about who should get the extra charisma tonic thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a nice moment, and actually that inspiration like made the difference. So yeah, that was cool.
It really did. You needed a 12. You only had an 11. Yeah. I would have said Julio. It's another Julio Eric thing actually. When Eric was like, "I'm gonna teleport you. Is that okay?" And Julio being like, "Yeah, all right, fine." Like, but like clearly, the baby slimes get a bit bigger. Julio, nope. No, they don't. Do they? Do they? No, I don't think they do. Yeah, because that was Crispin. I thought, being teleported, but being like making it an engagement, making it an engaging conversation. Yeah, that was cute. Growth, always fun to see.
Yeah, I really liked the conversation at the end. Like it was, we knew Julio was going to advocate for that, but it was still, I don't know, it just reinforces Julio's commitment to the possibility
People.
of the non-violent solution. Yes,
Yeah.
people, and it's still cool. It's still great. Like, it's great to have at least one member of the party that's so committed to not resolving this by combat. Like, that's cool. That rarely happens.
The swashbuckler
thank
as
you.
well.
Yeah, the rogue
Yeah.
of the party. He's like, what if we don't fight?
Rogue pacifist.
Yeah, rogue pacifist.
Rogue Pope. Yeah.
Pope-cifist, yeah.
Pope-cifist. Excellent.
All right.
Favorite self?
My favorite me is I think just suggesting scrying on Leandric. That was pretty good because we got a bit of information and a little bit of foreshadowing what the fuck he's doing. Actually, that was a stinky. And I like in general how Julio is like trying to balance being nice and talking to people, but also be like very anxious, like, oh my god, the tree's dying. We need to fucking get out of here quick, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, Julio is just walking really softly because they are the big stick. Yeah, that's very good. Yeah. And Bishop Blood says the fire arrow conversation was also good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminded me of something else that I realized at the time of, this whole question of, oh, Julio doesn't have any effective weapons against these things, still hasn't used the fucking
Boomstick,
shotgun.
which
Yeah.
does
The
fire
boomstick.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's saving it.
I'm aware of the boomstick.
Slime King. Slime King.
I will use it on a god and nothing else.
He will
I can
use
make
it.
it better.
Almost guarantee he will use it on something that's immune to fire without knowing.
Oh, I've done that. It's so disappointing. You're like, yes, I will throw the big ball of fire at you.
It's
and
not
oh,
even that
nothing
impressive anymore, so you might want to give it to Bron. Like, it was like 2d8 or something. Like, Eric does that with cantrips.
No, we don't know what the damage is. It's actually extremely powerful, and it will be able to kill an Marine fan. So I'm not listening.
I think that when the boomstick is used, there should be some sort of roll to see if it's damaged and is insanely upgunned by some magical
Give it
intervention.
to Bron. That's all I'm saying. You have an artificer. You know 3 others.
Fine. I will call in the council of all of the artificers we know.
Yeah,
so
it
they
goes
can
out in the
create
newsletter.
The ultimate boosting.
Yeah, ultimate boomstick. All right. Well, we've been.
reminds me of another Bron one, just to go way back, of handing Bron my staff to be like, hey, can you put some holes in this?
Oh yeah.
And
that
being
was
like, oh, like I can
do
put
way
an
better
engine
than
on
that.
this, bro.
good.
Just FYI that we got to have a long rest first. So
Yes.
it's not there yet.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. Well, we've been streaming for a gosh darn while. John is probably very
No,
tired.
stop it.
So
No.
just I keep trying to end this, and yeah. All right, fine. Go on then. Compliment me.
Yeah,
the
it's our fault.
the fucking baby slimes just popping up and joining in the fight was just mwah.
Yeah.
Baby.
I really like the,
the. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the description of Leandric's lair and the quite a bit of information you gave us for it, because like depending on the DM, sometimes they just like don't give anything around, just like the person, because you're looking at the person. But I like how you gave us little bits. It's not enough to construct the full story, but I really like the details, especially the portrait on the wall. Very nice touch.
Yeah.
I really liked everything with Gurt and coming in with the prestidigitation fire extinguisher. That was amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great surprise. And then when you explained it, I went, oh yeah, that's like canon as well. Like, you know what I mean? It's in the world.
It
You
would
haven't just
work.
invented
It's
something.
actually,
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
I was just picturing freaking Iron Man with where he has the robot kitted out with the fire extinguisher and is just
Yeah.
like constantly telling it off for jumping the gun.
yeah.
So we finish this epic battle, the whole place is destroyed, and then he just
Comes in
rushes
and
out.
just douses you. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, very slapstick. I loved it. Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to say the prestidigitation dispenser as well. So instead, I will highlight the fact that Josh many times was trying to wrap things up, and I think it is a sign of, at the very least, good world building or good plot or good breadcrumbing, that the players keep saying, no, DM, stop, we need to talk about stuff, we need to figure stuff out, don't pull us out yet. So
We want to stay.
I know.
So I think that is a compliment to you.
All right, I'll take it as the compliment, but I'm also aware that it's nearly 2 a.m. where John is.
It's fine. Look at him.
Cool. Excellent. Will he be fine tomorrow? No. Alrighty. So, thank you very much. My favorite self moment. Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff I just made up on the fly. The fire extinguisher and the electric oil were both just, as was the picture on the wall. And I liked the detail about this was made by like an enthusiastic amateur, not a professional. And the description of how he's moving, what he is like, what Leandric is like as a person, because that's sort of I hadn't really done a lot of work on Leandric yet because I didn't expect you to get to him this time. Rapid switches to NPC character with almost no notice. Yeah, look, that's always fun. And the one detail I particularly loved in Leandric's office was the skull. Yeah. Because I had to make up a lot of, like, make this make sense lore. As the conversation with Gurt at the end went on. And I was like, okay, yeah, no, it does still contain an internal logic, but, like, expressing it in a way that makes sense. Yeah, that was quite cool. And the way that it works, I now have a very solid idea of how it works. And what the heck is going on and where the skulls come from and everything. That was all like, it was creepy but also neat. So I suppose making the whole thing fit into my world, I love taking a module that's sort of supposed to be set in this setting and then actually figuring out how it works in my version of this setting. Yeah, and knowing enough that I can add more to it as the NPCs. Cool. Alrighty, glorious. Well, we should go. All the theory crafting from the crew was great. Souls, Void, Graveyard, yes, all of that. Yeah, it was fun. Going over all the little experiments that came before this one. Yeah, basically he's able to tell you the resistances and so forth of the things you fought just now. But I did I customed the fight on the fly because it was taking too long. Mainly. Ooh, 62. You keep getting near it as well, Bishop Blood, but never on the money. Alrighty. Well, we will go away from here because we've been streaming for a gosh darn while. We've been supported this evening by Wootenforge and Trolllord Games. Check them out at wootenforge.com/Corsairs Cove and trolllord.com for their amazing work and stuff. We are very grateful to be affiliated with them. The music has been provided by Sirenscape. Check them out at sirenscape.com. And Karen, can you tell us quickly about Gaza?
Gaza. Oh, it's bad, guys. It's real bad. Don't go on Twitter and look it up. It's just a parade of horrible, horrible information. But if you are feeling possibly overburdened with monies, you can donate to the Save the Children Emergency Appeal for Gaza, which would be gratefully appreciated. They are focusing their attention on the children of Gaza because they represent 50% of the population, which is, I'm not even going to think about it too hard because it makes you upset. Or you can sign the Gaza Crisis petition with Oxfam. If you're unable to make a financial contribution, you can contribute your signature, and that will go to petitioning the Australian government to call for a ceasefire and increases in humanitarian aid.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. Cool. Alrighty. Daria, who the heck are you?
Oh, I mean, that's a question. I mean, my name is Daria. I'm an artist. I have done portraits for the channel and emotes, and I'm here playing Julio every Thursday, and that's it.
Sweet. John, who the heck are you?
I'm John. I'm a performer, and I work in IT, and I'm playing D&D and enjoying it with my friends. And that's it.
Heck yeah. Karen, who the heck are you?
Hi, I am Karen, sometimes known as the Mother of Bunnies. I'm a performer, a writer, an internet addict, which is why I know all the terrible, terrible facts. They are my social media handles over there in chat. You can go look them up if you want to. No pressure. Or you can just like and subscribe to this channel. And you know, if enough people do, maybe I'll tell you how wet with sweat this t-shirt is, because it's still like 30-something degrees in here. It's so hot. I'm dying.
I have 29.
29. Why does it feel so hot in here?
Well, I think that's what my computer reckons.
It lies.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
I got 31. I think I'm right.
Yeah, my phone reckons 28. Anyway, Brendan, who the heck are you?
I'm Brendan. I'm an actor director. I have an aircon on in my room right now. I'm here on Thursday nights. That's it.
Rocks full, Eric dies. And Mesdames et Messieurs, Damen und Herren, and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games with my lovely wife, Karen, the mother of bunnies, and all my splendid friends. But you know, because you've done that already. Keep doing it, you bloody champions. We are going to go away from here now and raid the Killer Bits, I think, this evening. We will drop a raid over on the Killer Bits. They are playing Boxes, Lost Fragments. Interesting. Don't know what that is. But they normally do some D&D stuff. So, yeah, smash the follow button when you get there. Show them the love like we always do. Throw your favourite raider modes up in chat and tell them where you came from. We will be back, same bat time, same bat channel, on Monday evening for some more Mutant Chronicles, and quite possibly on Tuesday for a little bit more Baldur's Gate 3. And then back here for Thursday for more Humblewood as well. So, guys, say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Whee!